Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our live stream, which we do every Saturday, 9 to 12. Um, let's wait for some of our viewers to come in. Hi, Ella.
Hello, Ma'am Ria.
Okay. Um, just wait for our viewers to come in. No? So while waiting for our viewers to come in, um, this is my channel, Dr. Ria Liza Kamphuis, and let me introduce a bit of myself. As my YouTube channel says, I am wearing different hats. I'm a civil engineer, a materials engineer, a patent agent, an academician, an inventor, and an entrepreneur. And during our first session of our live stream, I did my first journey. But from that day on, we make we feature people from my personal network to share their personal journeys. Well, this will be the sequence of our discussion for the day. There will be a presentation from our guests featuring their personal journey, their challenges, their breakthroughs. Because we believe that when we listen to other people's story, we are somehow influenced by their stories and we can apply it to our personal lives so that we can be the best version of ourselves while we are still alive because life is so short and we have to live life to the fullest and let us be inspired by these wonderful people that we are featuring. So after the discussion of our guests, there will be a Q&A from our audience and also an interview and an interaction with my co-host Ella, and then there will be a short game. So we will be giving out, Ella tama ba, will be giving out five prizes for tonight. So abangan natin yan. We will be having our Pinoy Henyo. So our guests will have fun with us. We'll pick some words that we could guess. So please listen because the guest will be asking 5 words that she would be mentioning during her lecture. Then after the Q&A, then our guest can leave us, and then Ella and the rest of the gang can enjoy having the fun, can continue having the fun. Okay, I would like to introduce my co-host. Hi, Ella.
Hello, Ma'am Ria.
So, Ella, would you
Good
like to introduce
evening.
yourself?
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be a co-host of Dr. Ria Liza's channel. Good evening to the guest. I'm so honored to have you here, Miss Jeanette Kamphuis and Dr. Ria Liza. It's a privilege to inform you that this is really a great channel because this is very rare, inviting some of those achievers, women empowerment and inspiration to women like us. So, by the way, I'm Miss Ella. My channel's name is Ella Once, and I am a friend of Dr. Ria Liza. And my specialty is actually IT. I'm an IT consultant. I'm a web developer. I'm a professor also, a researcher. And I'm here to support, of course, my friend Dr. Ria Liza. So I will be the moderator tonight in her channel. That's
All
it.
right. So, Ella, thank you also for supporting me. And how's your week, Ella?
Well, quite busy, but I'm okay. How are you too, Ma'am Ria? How about
Super,
you?
super duper busy. Okay.
In- really?
Yes. You know, my guest for tonight, our guest for tonight is actually a very special person, and I hope that everybody was, oh, everybody will be very, very excited to know. who's this noble queen of Sweden?
Yes, of course.
And again, I'm repeating, I hope the guest will stay tuned and our our guest will be letting us guess five significant words that she will mention during the lecture.
Yeah.
All right, so perhaps we can start.
All right.
Okay. Our guest
Oh,
for today is a multi-talented artist, musician, and designer from Sweden, an award winner at early age, and later representing Sweden in Nobel Queen of the Universe. Her advocacy is to put a smile on people's faces so that they can feel joy in their daily lives. Actually she is supporting a lot of organizations, but to name two of this organization that she supports are Operation Smile and the Chosen Children Village. Let us welcome our special guests, Miss Jeanette Kamphuis, the Nobel Queen of Sweden. Miss Janet, the virtual floor is yours.
Thank you very much for such a beautiful introduction. Hello, everybody. It feels funny to speak to a lot of people without actually seeing them. But it's
yes.
nice I can see you, Dr. Ria. And I know Dr. Ria due to a mutual friend of ours introduced us to each other because they felt that we would be useful together. So let's see what we can do and we can help out. We both have a very helping spirit. And thereof, I did um, a PowerPoint presentation because I said, how in the world am I going to talk about how to and to motivate people and for them to see that there is a chance in life. Here we have been locked up for a long time, and we have had, YouTube, we have had TV, electricity most of the time, and we are still all eating, so to say. But I feel really a little bit sorry for the children because they really they need to feed their brain constantly too. So, Ella, are you going to start with the presentation? Yeah, it looks like that is coming. And by the way, in the background, if you can see behind my head, that's some of my art I'm working on. Because, here we go. Who is Jeanette? Here she's sticking out her head between some stones in the United States, actually. This was at Red Rocks. I took this picture a couple of years ago. The next picture. And this was for you to get to know me a little bit. A little picture when I was 2 years old. I absolutely love this sweater. I still today can remember it, even if I was so small, because it's cold in Sweden. I'm originally from Sweden, and I was always cold. And believe me or not, but I get cold here too because the air condition open is so very, very cold. I took a bus up to Baguio last year, and you guys will see it because I got an award there. And I went with a friend of mine, and she said, "Bring sweater, bring blanket, Jeanette. It's cold in the bus." um, so how now did this happen that I became the Nobel Queen of the Universe? Well, as you will see through the pictures today, you will see that I like to help people and encourage them because myself, I like to learn something new every day. Today, I'm learning a lot because this is live stream and this is the first time I'm doing this live stream on YouTube at least. Um, and I was representing Sweden at the Nobel Queen of the Universe. So you will, next picture, please. The story of my life. So I used to have very long hair, and in Sweden, blonde hair anyway, it changes colors. So when it's really warm, And sunny, our hair gets lighter. And when it's cold and dark, our hair gets a little darker. So I was working here in Germany, and as you see those flowers in the background, the dried flowers. Yeah, I used to do those. I was picking flowers in the summertime. I was drying them and then making nice setups, so we would have some colors and some life in our homes, even if it was freezing cold outside. And I did these two braids in my head because the group I was there for education of painting and art. They were so serious in Germany. I mean, in Sweden, I feel we are serious, but in Germany, wow, you didn't get a smile sometimes for a week. So one day I said, okay, I'm going to do pigtails, so I look like Pippi Longstocking. Don't know if you guys know who Pippi Longstocking is, but she's actually Swedish. And she has a house on an island in Sweden, even if it is a story. It is a saga, so to say. But so I put these pigtails in, so when people passed me, they smiled because I looked so funny. This is how a little part of who I am. I like always to make put a smile on people's faces. So today we will talk about art and music in my life because that is basically air and water for me, art and music. Education. I'm I'm a musician and artist, but my dad felt like I needed a normal education, normal. So I went for economy, and then I've traveled a lot, which is part of education too. And I'm so happy I had that economical background because it makes life in business much easier. And in the end, we will look at what animals I like and what is in my life. I have animals in my life. So next, please. So I have a website. Please take a note of that as I update that with new art. And the background is a mural which I did in BGC at an office. It's a virtual office, and all the walls is mine. So I've hanged a lot of art there, and I use that as my place where I go and entertain customers, and I like to see, and I can kind of pick their brain, see what I like. I can look at the different series of paintings I have done when I've lived here now in Philippines for the last 6 years. Actually, I lived here, but I actually already came here 2012 because my brother lives here, and he needed some help, and then I went back and forth so many times. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to move here because the art industry, the artists here were very welcome, and I felt very home. And I was on many group exhibits. So this painting now, I do fine art too, as you can see, which I'm doing right there. I developed maybe 5 years ago. And my photographer, Artem Levy, he has a website too, artemlevy.com. He takes fantastic pictures, both if you're modeling or you want a good picture of yourself so you can represent it on your website or in your life. You might need a good picture. He does a fantastic job. He takes 3D these days you have to have virtual 360 degrees. So he does that in galleries and in hotels or malls. So you can actually advertise your products, whatever that now is. And I have taken pictures of all my art too. So you have a good documentation of your art and who you sell your art to, or when you made specific art. And all this you will see in my website, different years of different things I've done. Next, please. So I could sing before I could talk. That is really the truth. Um, and maybe I was slow in talking. I'm not sure if it took me a long time. I don't remember that. I just know I'm really bad in spelling. because my artistic side of my brain is working very much. So then the other side maybe wasn't as. Um, I'm still not good on spelling, not in any languages. It's funny. But here you can see the big pictures was just taken a couple of years ago here. And small pictures, the violin is too big for me. But I am so happy because I used to have, first I had a half violin. I was 6 years old when I started to play. So the half was a small one. So this one is a 3/4. It's almost a full size, but it's still too big. And my brother here, he looked at me this picture and said, "He said, Jeanette, that's too big of a violin for you." I said, "I know, but I got so happy when I got that violin because it has much greater sound, was much bigger." Next, and this my Doc Ria, she didn't give me too much time to find a lot of pictures. So this is all of my early work. I have boxes and boxes, I'm sure, at my mom's place. And in on my website, you will see some more of my early works, like in teenage. These two paintings here was my first attempt in oil, and I was a teenager, I would think. I'm thinking so. And I always liked the water. All my early works has water in it, and we lived quite close to the ocean, and it had a lighthouse. So that's why I just love to paint this one. I took a lot of um, education from books where you could actually follow the masters a little bit, and that's very teaching how you can look at. You have to learn from the masters before you can actually create your own. And as an artist, you actually need to live years and actually have something to give in the painting, because you can always look at the painting and say this was a young person who did it. And you can see in my, especially the left one there, it's very, it's like I'm attempting to be grown up, but it's not working. Next, please. So my early influence is the top one. That is a mentor, actually a mentor to my. He was a professional national artist. His name was Arvid Carlson, and excellent artist. And I learned a lot from him. But he was a mentor to my dad too. Actually, he was. Anytime I remember later in life now that anytime my dad had a trouble, he um, he went to Arvid, and he often said, "Okay, come on, Jeanette, we're gonna go to Arvid." And I was so happy, oh, because he painted in oil and it smells so good. And he lived in an apartment, but there was one room that I don't supposed to go into because there was a lot of paint, but it smelled so good in there, and it was so exciting. So anytime we were with Arvid, I said, "Please, can we please go into your room?" And obviously, I of course touched the paint. Kid has to do that, but that was such a wonderful experience. So because every time we left Arvid, my dad was in a good mood. He felt good because he had spoken to this older gentleman and artist. He was very calm and very giving in his spirit. He was a happy soul, and you can see in his painting that peace. He always had that peace in his painting. The other paintings underneath with girl and the vase of flowers. My grandmother did. My mother's mother. She was a painter of porcelain. She loved to paint on porcelain, but that was before I was born. And then later on in life, she decided to paint oil, and she painted very, very, very thin, just like it was on porcelain. I guess. I guess that's because she took some courses in that, and she's very artistic. She was knitting. She could take a whole bunch of threads and knit up, and all of a sudden you had a sweater. She's embroidering with like it was paint, with beautiful embroideries. A very, very creative person, and she had a great influence in my life. And it was always a great joy that she was coming to visit us. Every week she was coming and brought something she had created. She was a very hardworking woman. She lived a simple life, but she found her joy in creating and giving. The one to the bottom right, that is the one and only artwork I think I've seen my dad do. And when I looked at this, when I was putting together this presentation, I was like, maybe my dad really would like to paint a lot, but he just did this one painting and then that's it. And the frame around it too. He did. He is actually was an inventor of printing presses, and he invented a very unique printing style that was needed for that time when he was in full speed working. So he's very creative too. Last I heard from him a couple of days ago, he is now painting all the eaves all around the house. So he is fully busy always, hardworking. Next picture, please. So last year, there is no end to how much you can talk about, maybe about your background and stories and so forth. But last year was so very busy for me here in the Philippines when it came to awards. I got a phone call one day who said, Jeanette, we'd like to give you an award. And I was like, wow, an award? I mean, what have I done? They said, you have done so much, and I did just counted up a whole bunch of different things I've done, and over the years I have been here and there and helped out, and now this was the Woman Month, and I was looking for somebody that could give this Consumer Choice Award to. And so I got this as an outstanding violinist and visual painter, the 39th in Manila in Quezon City. And then I got the 32nd award in Baguio City, and that's where there's two different ones. And that's when I took the bus up to Baguio together with a friend, and I had my blanket with me because the buses are so cold here. Next. Oh yeah, maybe I should have told them the previous one too. So I played violin just to show them my appreciation for Philippines, and I played a very beautiful song you have called Anak. Now this one we're looking at Outstanding International Visual Artist of the Year. There was another award I got in September, and that was in conjunction with that I have been chosen to be of the Nobel Queen of the Universe and representing Sweden. And if you see on the bottom right, that is Patricia Javier, who is to my left, and then is another girl who later on too is a part of the Nobel Queen, and she was representing Mindanao. She's really like a princess of Mindanao. Um, and Patricia Javier, she has and me, we have met many times doing volunteer work and helping out. And that's why they approached me, because they said, we like to have somebody who has already proven in their life that they are doing well and they're helping other people. And that's too, because in this case too, I said, why did I get this award? And then the award giver here, he says, Jeanette, you're an outstanding violinist and artist, and you're everywhere helping people. So this kept on coming to me. Why did I get all these awards? It's because I was recognized of being a helping person who um, was was available as much as I can. Sometimes actually I am working a little bit too much. I just got a text as we were getting ready here, and I said, so when are you coming out to us here? We're wondering where you are and why you're not coming out here to paint with us. And I was like, well, I'm going live in 5 minutes. And I hope I can reach a lot of people in this, especially young ones, because I like to keep on motivating. This speech is not about me, even if it looks like it. It is for you to see that if you work hard and you put in all your effort into what you love, and then you things will just fall into place. Like all of a sudden, I got all these awards. It's tremendously encouraging. Next, please. So here's a few pictures of the Noble Queen of the Universe, where when I looked at these pictures, I was like, wow, this looks um, like fairy tale girls in the difference. And sometimes, the red wine, everybody likes me in that one, but the Swedish outfit there is actually what the Swedish queen, uh, Her Majesty of Sweden, Queen Sylvia, she is wearing that. This one was made of the same company from the 1600, and they're handmade the textile. It's quite a heavy dress. It's warm because it has to be warm. And then it has a little bag on the side. So anytime I should represent or something from Sweden, I now will have this dress. And left dress, that one actually was given to me of a very good friend who she's like a sister to me. And she said, Jeanette, this doesn't fit me. I think it will fit you. And I have had it on my third solo exhibit too, because we like to dress up to show honor and respect for our own paintings. And that's another way of showing, you don't just dress up because you wanted to be pretty. No, it's a matter of show respect to the occasion. Just like you show respect to your own body, you shower and you clean yourself, and my mom, she always told me, she said, you can be fairly poor, but you can always be clean and in one piece, because there is needle and thread. And talking about needle and thread, I sewed all my clothes from I was 17 years old till I was 24. I designed and sewed every single thing I had. The only thing I didn't do was hats, because that's like a totally different education. So I learned a lot of this from my grandmother. Next, please. Art Plus magazine, they took the opportunity in this lockdown time, and we had a live stream just like this one here on the Instagram I think that was in May, yeah. And so next, please. Art Plus have too done a lot for a lot of artists, where they, inform the public what they're up to. This is another award, and this one was in February. And this gentleman, he's taking his birthday actually and makes an award evening out of it. Tito Boy, we call him. It's Forbes, and it was in a very beautiful place in Forbes Park. And I got it as an outstanding woman of style and community leader. And I was surprised again. And he says, of course, you're leader, Jeanette. You are noble queen of the universe now. And that one we had in the Noble Queen of Universe was in Manila Hotel, 1st of December. And I got an award there. Maybe it will be on the next page. Let's look. Now here is again some of the awardees from the Noble Queen of the Universe. And the left one, that's our Queen Mother. And she was Mrs. Universe 2012, I think it was. And she was in Bulgaria. She traveled to Bulgaria because she was the chosen one here in the Philippines. So she started this organization for Noble Queen of the Universe, because you, obviously, as you can see, you don't have to be young. You actually need to have done something in your life to be worthy of being called Noble Queen. And this is very encouraging. Why I said yes to this was because it's encouraging for other women in the world to stay good, to keep encouraging, to be like a queen, keep your poise, keep yourself together, and always think about what is best for the surrounding. How can I show the most love and kindness to my neighbors and to my surrounding, like a queen. Next, please. So as I paint, you will in the end here see a little bit more of my paintings. I have the main thing is you need collectors because I have been into 34 group exhibits, and I started already 2012 when I was here. And I was going to group exhibits in hospitals and in lobbies and in condominiums and in malls. I had group exhibits wherever I could, and I just kept on painting. This was very any of my experiences in Philippines. I just went home and I painted up a storm. So now you need to have people needs to be aware of you, and that's how you go out on exhibits, so they know you exist. You can't just stay home and paint. And then for to collectors has become quite many beauty queens, doctors, because I'm helping out, and then they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And then you say that you paint and you show something, and then they become your collector. Movie stars, because I've been a talent in many movies here, and thereof I met many people there. Ambassadors, been very. You can see on the bottom there, the deputy ambassador Leonard and his wife has always attended my exhibits. Lawyers and media and other artists too actually are collecting my art. You can see in the top right corner that is Mrs. Mrs. Globe 2015. And underneath, you see, we met at the Shangri-La Plaza for a cup of coffee because she bought some painting. And above, you can see that she saw the paintings in Shangri-La on a fashion show. And then later on, we met up and she bought the painting. Underneath, you can see a man playing violin. That is my brother. And he played violin so very good. So the painting right under him there, where it looks like planet, the lady right above there, she bought it. And now she's a collector. And the thing is that when you get collectors, uh, they actually become a part of your life because they are wondering how you doing now, what are you doing? And like now on this live stream, I texted and invited all these people. And to the bottom left, you can see that Ricky Davao. He came to my one of my fourth solo exhibit in BGC, and he now is one of my collectors too. And I met him through being a talent. Next, please. And here we have some more collectors. You can see it's people of all walks of life, and they really has become my friends. I do. Um, I even sometimes would not interview, but I meet a person. They say what size they want. They say their budget, and I say where it would hang, and then I talk to them and I try to figure out what their personality is, what they really like in life, and but I too try to see if there what I can add on to improve their life, because good art. What is good art? That's another subject I will take up another time. But good art is if it speaks to you every day. So let's take that as another subject and learn what is good art. So because of the budget and many people, younger people that like my art, I actually have a collection of prints, but they are limited edition. So they still have a value, which over the years they will increase in value. And the bottom, you can actually see the bottom right there. Um, he is so very happy for the painting. I mean, he's super excited. That painting, he later on told me, basically changed his life because he had nothing on his walls. He's a foreigner. He's from Russia. And he said, Jeanette, I have nothing on my walls, but now I wake up and I see your painting, and there's life, there's color, there's movement, there is, it did something to him, and it actually changed him as a person, because I said from one week to the next week, I said, what changed you? You're in such a good mood when I meet you now. He said, it's your painting. So this is very encouraging for me. Next picture, please. And collectors often became patrons because they get to know you as a person. So it's a full package. It's not just that you throw some paint on a canvas and then you put it out in an exhibit and you put, huge prices on them and all of a sudden it's sold out. No, that's a humongous work. It's a lifelong work to get to the point of actually having people come back and buy more paintings from you. The left one is the ambassador of Sweden, and that painting it's actually have a bubble pack over there because I framed it in glass. It's a watercolor, and it's hanging in the Swedish embassy. And it was the subject was to get rid of plastic. It was environmental, and actually my award from the Nobel Queen of the Universe was environmental. So you can kind of see that things kind of wean into each other, like um, one subject goes into the next, in it becomes like a life stream, so to say. And the lady to the right, she absolutely loves art, and she comes to all my exhibits, and she always likes to see my art before anybody because she sees the uniqueness in it. Next, please. And here's some other collectors that can transform to awards. And as you see, the top right one, there is the same lady who is always buying art from me. She was actually Mrs. Universe 2008. One of her, she is an entrepreneur, businesswoman, and a mother and grandmother. Uh, and she has invited me out to meet many more collectors. So when you meet somebody who likes um, to help you out or to like to invite you, then it's not that is true that we got a connection because of the way I was, I guess, behaving, the way I was treating people around me. Because I remember the first time I met her, I didn't know she was a collector. She looked at her other friends and she said, I think that lady, and she pointed at me, I think she fits into our group. And later on, I really understood that it is you have to mold yourself to what you would like to become, and you need to surround yourself with the right people. And this lady, she realized that too. So she was careful who she invited into her group of people. And picture with the angel wings, you can say up there, that is New Life, which is a plastic surgeon in Centura Medical Makati. And I had my third solo exhibit in the lobby there for Operation Smile, that plastic surgeon has for the last 25 years, every year, sometimes several times a year, gone out and done 3 operations for Clapley. And on their, I think it was the 30th or was it 35 years of anniversary, um, the founders was here in Philippines, and that was the year I had my third solo exhibit. So uh, for what I sold, some of it went to Operation Smile. And then later on, I've had more exhibits in that Centura Medica Makati. The bottom is an ambassador of Panama, and he just loves art and music. A fabulous patron of um, helping out in Philippines for both art and music. Next, please. So travel has been a part of my life. Sometimes it has been on a shoestring, so to say, and sometimes I have taken cruises. And actually was on cruises because I lived in Florida, lived in America for 15 years, and when I lived in Florida, sometimes you could get a really inexpensive cruise because there were just a few spots left. And since I was an artist, I was in charge of my own schedule. So when I saw an inexpensive trip, I was like, oh, we're taking off. And on these cruises, I met a lot of Filipinos because they were working very hard, diligently, and they were always smiling. And I was always trying to figure out how can they keep a smile on their face? Their family is far away and they're working 12, 15 hours a day and do a very diligent job. So that's kind of where my love for Philippines started. And then later on, if you go to a clinic or hospital specifically, the best nurses there are for Philippines. They don't, how to say, they don't think ahead, what am I going to get out of this? They just really work and help. Is a part of the uh, tradition or the culture here is part of it that you help. And it just becomes such a fabulous um, reputation worldwide how fantastic Filipinos are in the nurse and hospitality. Uh, my travel here, I'm sure you can guess that is Venice. You can see I had very long hair once upon a time. And the upper right, that's in Africa. And the bottom is on one of the ships I spoke about. And there is a huge waterfall, and that is in Africa. So I thought we could have a little quiz later on if you can figure out where these places are. And the bottom right is one of the most beautiful places on the planet. It's in Canada, where the water is super cold, but it's full of minerals, and that's why the color are so special. Next, please. Oh yeah, here's a couple more travel places. The top one is from Seattle. You can guess which one is from Japan in my fabulous outfit. Don't mess with me. It was a really outfit there. And Egypt, I was riding on a horse one way and on a camel the other direction. It was a very, very interesting education historically. Now these days it's very difficult to travel, um, both for, we know, for pandemic, but too for security, and it's very expensive. And when I traveled around the world with a backpack when I was in my 20s, and I learned a lot, tremendously much. And I was doing volunteer work wherever I went. I was just helping out, and somehow I always had food and I had a roof over my head wherever I went. And Taj Mahal is self-explanatory. Next, please. So here you see a couple of more travel pictures, and the top right one looks like Philippines actually, but it's one of the islands in in the West Indies, I believe. And then there's Africa, the one with the mountains, and then we have Holland, which is very close to where I live, where I grew up in Sweden. And when you travel, as you can see, you don't see so many people here, but it is really people who does these journeys. You learn the culture. I personally love to learn something new every day. Still today, if I haven't learned something new, I would take out a book and read something, or we have constantly the computer we can look at. And so what I can now, you live in Philippines, so you can still, we might have people from outside of Philippines, but you can travel around where you live. As soon as pandemic starts to stabilize itself, where you can leave your house, then you can learn from your neighbors um, about how to do things, how to do food, how to, maybe if you live out in the countryside, how do they do their vegetables, how do they plant, all those things. I've always been very curious, trying to learn things constantly. And like when I was a kid, I had my own flower garden. My brother had a vegetable garden. And we got our own little plot of land. It wasn't maybe much, maybe it was 5 by 5, but it was mine. It was my responsibility. If it didn't look neat, I looked bad. So you really took care of it like your own space. You were proud of it. And if you're proud of it and you take care of it, other people will look after it. I even said this to an artist one time. He came and didn't even have bubble pack around his art. And I said to him, if you don't show respect to your own art, how do you believe other people will show respect to it? Same is with your own time. So I say that I should probably hurry up here. Show respect to your time. Next, please. Work with pleasure. Yeah, here you can see I was Nobel Queen of the Universe there, and we were up super early, 5 a.m. to be 6 o'clock at the radio at the TV station. And on the bottom left, there was a hurricane in Florida, and there was this customer who absolutely needed to do his job in his home because he was going to have some very prominent guests, and he was going to have a big party in 3 months, and he had to fix up his house. So I said, well, I said, Mr. Rose, I said, I actually don't have time to take the boat because the road had been destroyed. I said, I have so much work over in Naples, so do you think I can come back when I finish the road? And he said, no, Jeanette, no. He said, in 3 months, this has to be finished. And it will take them 6 months to finish the road. He said, will you come if I send a helicopter? And I love to fly. So I said, yes, sir. I said, I'll be there. So I was up early at the airport every morning to fly over to paint as an artist on his house that was doing faux finishes for murals, which is another subject, what that is. Have to be another YouTube on that. And the bottom right, that is, I was working in Las Vegas as a concierge. And when you sell a lot of those tickets, you are allowed to go on a trip yourself. So you can actually sell more. So you know what the trip is all about. So that even works. See how much fun you can have in a job. Next, please. So my personality, you maybe have figured it out already, but I just threw in some pictures like this for you to see who I am. And the bottom left is the driest place, the hottest place in the world, in Nevada. And some people have called me an angel, other people have called me wild, so thereof I put in these different pictures. Next, please. And, and the upper left, I was really joking with the photographer there because he said, careful, don't fall off here. And the one on the bottom with art there, that was just maybe 6 months ago or something. And the bottom right, my group Female Art Addicts, we had an exhibit in Gallery Y in SM Mall, and somebody caught my laughing always. And then the upper there is my dog. I had a dog in America, and I put some glasses on her because she wanted to look like mommy. And then you can see me playing violin. I guess it was a very, my dad was so serious, we're going to take these pictures. I felt, man, everybody's so serious. So I started to make fun, and you can see how I'm playing there. Next, please. And in all you do in life, you travel, you learn, you get education, you still should never forget who you are, where you came from, and what makes you really tick, what makes you flow. Anytime you just need to maybe calm your heart, or you just need to be quiet, that's when I start to be creative. And when I start to be creative, I go on for many days in one setting. I don't just paint a little bit or draw a little bit every day. I just immerse my emerge myself in anything I do. I totally immerse myself in it. I don't do something half done. I do it a lot, really good and well, or I don't do it at all. Uh, and the other picture is just to show that I played in an orchestra at an early age. And I always take out my violin when I need to just kind of express myself without, it doesn't have, nobody has to listen. Next, please. And never to forget your passion in life, because when I was like 4 years of age, and I'm guessing it is this older gentleman in Sweden who was an artist, Arvid Carlson, who got this in, who I felt so comfortable with paint and painting. So this picture here is from South Africa, and I went down to Africa and I just did volunteer work there, and there were some really ugly walls, and I said, oh, we should paint this, it looks like marble. So there I found another artist friend, and the gentleman here, he is at the time they said on the newspaper that he was the best watercolorist in South Africa, just with a few strokes, and he had expressed so much. It was beautiful. Next, please. This one was a year ago. Nordcham, which is Nordic Chamber of Commerce here in the Philippines, they had an auction for Chosen Children Village, and they do this when they had their crayfish party. There was 1,200 people uh, in this whole Sofitel it was in. And I was thinking, there was people that were auctioning a hotel stay or Turkish travel tickets, and I was like, what can I possibly give? What can I do? So I said, what I can do is maybe give a painting, and they were like, yeah, we never done that before. So on this, you can see on the stage, I was seriously stressed out. I was like, oh, think if nobody is gonna, bid on my painting, what's going to happen? And I was trying to smile and laugh, and I kept it up, and I said all kinds of happy things about this painting. And the auctioneer, he said, you said, Jeanette, just take it easy. He said, we're not selling you, we're just selling your painting. and uh, and hold, there was one who bought it for 50,000 pesos, and that's the guy in with blue hair. We had this hat on because there was a Viking party, and the tree is a Viking tree for everlasting life, so to say, you can say. And that buyer, he actually knew what he was buying, because if you can look at the bottom left, he had been in the office a year earlier, in the office in BGC, which is a virtual office. You can see the logo there for it. And he came and visited and checked out my paintings, and he is the uh, he's the man who takes care of IKEA in the southeastern Asia. So it was a great honor for me that he bought it. And the money went to the Chosen Children Village in Cavite, and later on, Volvo did a caravan down for us there. It took about 2 months later, and we all went together and delivered the check for all the auctions. We took care of a lot of children who had no, of really depending on people like us. Next, please. And I find inspiration in other artists too. So this is just two pieces of art which I have in on my walls right now. I admire a lot of artists. I have a lot of drawings and paintings, which I need a much larger house to be able to hang up. Um, I think I need to have another YouTube actually, just to talk about the art I collect myself. But as you can see here, I really like the more modern contemporary, which Cesar Arro did there. And uh, then Pete Walewski, you can see his art too. It's just with charcoals, more minimalistic, very beautiful, I think. Next, please. Animals in my life. I used to train horses from age 14 to 24. Every day in the morning I went out to clean and feed them and wash them and train them. And after that I went to school or I went to later on to my graphic artist job. So and to the right you can see I was actually in Las Vegas, made painted because I had an exhibit there about 2 years ago now. And they had a dog. He loved to sleep on my feet. And he probably felt like my feet was always cold, so he decided he's going to keep my feet warm. I love dogs. Now I live small, so all I have is a turtle and a few fishes. And actually my two fishes, they had a whole bunch of fishes. So now I have two fishes plus eight small little guys who's swimming. So I've got eight babies. And then I have two turtles. I think I need another YouTube for my animals. Next, please. And my motivation. I've been to Santa Thomas a couple of times and had some lectures. And this one here, I was for Europinoi. Me and my brother, we were playing some Swedish music for the students there, and that is just so very rewarding to uh, to give to play music to educate kids. You see a couple of smaller kids here that came to visit there and try the different instruments, and the happiness you see with them is just so gives such a life. It gives such a meaning to life to help them. And on the bottom in the middle, that's a movie star, but he's a teacher too, art teacher in a private school. And I was there to have a speech and cut the ribbon. It was a real privilege. It was the first art exhibit I did with the kids. Next, please. Oh yeah, by the way, in Santa Thomas, I might have when we see now when the pandemic comes over, I will inform you on my YouTube channel. And so in the future here, I'm doing prints for people with low budget, but they still can collect my art. It's a limited edition print. I doing things for kids and the environment because I became the ambassador queen of environment. And I would thank the EU very much for all that have used me with my violin and my art and many magazines. Philippine Mirror has featured me many times, and Art Class has featured me, um, and the Manila Bulletin. All those things is very encouraging. What has been, but now future you need to keep on renewing yourself. Never, you never stop. So let's have to go forward. Next, please. And here you can see music and art really merging. This is a prime example. Uh, I did some writing for a magazine, just for the fun of it, and helping out a little bit. And then there I met a group of guys who were playing music. They call themselves the Pub 40s. And one of them, he's a lawyer and he was a rock musician before. But when he got kids, he said, well, my wife, she said, maybe you need to just have it like a normal job, not be a rock musician. But then he still kept on with his music. And I played violin with them as a guest artist in Stop the World. This is their own song. And we can make a YouTube with them another time. And now it is on Spotify. And my art, they said, Jeanette, would you mind if we maybe put some your art on this of our music? So at the gallery why in SM Mall when I was exhibiting these two paintings, um, who would know that that one would end up being on the single on Spotify. I had this exhibit with female art addicts, and if that had come on a collector, he would have maybe seen this. And now this piece of art is worth more. The more a piece of art gets exposed, the more it becomes worth. But again, that's another YouTube. What's how to value art. Next, please. And here you can see some of my art, the 6 elements series. This is what I did last year and the year before. It has a very flowing, and I was thinking it's water, fire, metal, wind, earth, and wood. And there is actually the Greek, they had only 4 elements. Um, and then Chinese, they had 5. But then in India, they have taken one away, and then they have wind too. And that's why I made the wind, which is the top right one. These are 24 by 24 inches and on gallery wrapped. And they are right now hanging in Centura Medica Makati on the walls there, and they are for sale and the proceeds will go to Operation Smile. So you can see more of this kind of art on my website, which is artisticure.com. Next, please. This was an ocean series of 6. In 2012, I went to the ocean park, and it was such a fabulous experience. And I just remember the um, jellyfishes. I don't know if you guys have been there, but just to go to a place like that and be relaxed, and then you come home, and I did more. My art is more intuitive, and you will see more futuristic. This one was now 2012, so this 2013. So this is older paintings, but I love circles. Anything with circles, I just love it. And this series actually I've kept, and it's hanging in BGC in the virtual office there on the 1926 road. So you're welcome. I can take you there. You can look at them if you like. Next, please. Paintings has a story. As you said, I start talking about the ocean, those ocean paintings, and each of those paintings has a definite story of something that was happening in my life at that time. This one too looks simple, but it was a bigger painting. A gallery had it in their um, gallery, and there became a hole in it. So I had to make it smaller. I had to totally change it. And then I put on a bubble, so to say, or circle. And when I then changed this or completed it, because obviously it wasn't complete, if it became a hole in it, something must have been wrong with the painting. It needed more attention. So instead of getting mad at the gallery, I just was like, oh, this one needs more attention. So the round circle there, it represents that it's best if you just have a few chosen good people in your life who knows where you want to go, and you know your goal, and they will help you to elevate you, to take you up to the right winds where you need to be so you can fly. Don't get yourself dragged down with some people who has lead in their shoes, who is always complaining, who is negative, and everything is just bad, and those, because it will affect you. You need people who can give you strength, who can see a future in you, who believes in you, and who will go that extra mile just because they believe that you can do it. And you need to believe too, whatever your goal is, that you can do it. It's just sometimes life is like little zigzag like this. It's like slalom. No, that's a skiing illustration. You go here, you go there, and sometimes you go a little bit more in this direction, and then you have to fly back here. So that's just how life is. That's the beauty, and that's how you actually are more creative. Next, please. I had some friends that said, "What were you thinking?" And this out of nothing, the black, something, a thought is created. A circle. I love circles. And when you start to spin something, and the faster you spin it, there becomes some energy in it. So it comes out in the light and it starts to grow. Anything comes out in the light, it starts to grow. And then you ignite it with the heartbeat. And when you do that, this thought just grows and grows, becomes solid. And I paint very much now, so it looks like stones, like jade or marble or anything. So that's why you can see that. And this one now is hanging also in the office in BGC. So it's still, this one is still available because it needs a better frame. The painting is fantastic actually, but I need to get a better frame. I had a good framer, but he's been busy. I think he was probably, I don't know, sick or something, because I still have this stupid frame on it. See, the presentation has to be right. If you don't, you can have good ingredients in food, but if it's not presented beautiful, if you just look like a blob or something, then nobody wants to eat it. It's the same with paintings. You have to present it right, with the right frame and stuff. Next, please. Now, I like to ask, what do you see? And I don't know when the question and answer is going to start, but I would love for this picture to come up again and hear what you guys see. So next picture, so I will finish my presentation here. I'd be glad to say what I was thinking when I did it, but I like to know what you see first. Next picture, please. This is my motto. Act like a lady and think like a man. That's how you have to do it in this world. You can be creative, you can be very hardworking, uh, but you have to think like a man. What does that mean? That means you have to be a little more logical. Because sometimes we women, we forget the logic. So now Miss Ria, she's very logic. Dr. Ria here. So I think she and I will do something more in the future. Next, please. And for heaven's sake, just never give up, okay? Look at that little girl in the top corners. White hair, stands in all directions. She found a comb and she's thinking, how am I going to fix this? How am I going to do this? And this is me all the time. How am I going to fix this? How am I going to figure this one out? Just never give up. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Wow, that was fantastic. That was real art. Well, guys, I actually met Jeanette with a common friend, and I am a people from the technical part, technology part, and Jeanette on the arts. And actually, we meet to collaborate because in the near future, we are planning to see the artwork of Jeanette on the polite surfaces, on my hollow blocks, on my tiles. I wanted to see Jeanette's obra maestra on uh, also on my obra maestra on my composites. Um, that was very fantastic, Jeanette. You are an empowered woman through your art and music, helping people, and that's the essence behind being the Nobel Queen of the universe, not just of Sweden, because in our Facebook it's Nobel Queen of Sweden, but actually Jeanette won the Nobel Queen of the universe. Now, Jeanette, just some few questions. You traveled the world 3 times. Now, aside from the art and music, why is it that you love Philippines so much and traveled so much, but still you prefer to settle in the Philippines?
I think it is because of the smiles, and two, it is so very different from Sweden. It's really 180 degrees of Sweden. Everything Sweden values and think is important, I don't even think you have it in your dictionary. I mean, it sounds funny, but like in Sweden, you have to be exactly on the minute. You have to be so time. You go with a clock all the time. I haven't had a watch since I came to Philippines because here is a little bit forgiveness that you something might happen because you might took care of Lola right as you were leaving, or that maybe was somebody who was a little bit slow in the elevator or something, and you guys don't you give freedom to people. You give um, where in Sweden everything has to be so. I mean, I went home to visit my parents, and I thought I was going to get a heart attack because if I wasn't in the car in that very second, they're going to leave me, and I miss out, and that would never happen here. And people are, you
Yeah.
can see my pictures as a kid. I'm a happy kid, but I look so serious. You know, it's very serious. So here things are more, yeah, relaxed. And two, I'm very welcomed by the art group here, and people are very encouraging. They're very thankful for small things.
Of course, we are very happy that you select the Philippines. That's the reason why I feature you, because even if you are a foreigner, but you are a Filipino by heart, it's so ironic. Now, it's so ironic that a foreigner like you would like to stay in the Philippines, make a life here, while a lot of Filipinos are dying to to go abroad and and, and immigrate. Okay, and that was so fantastic to see. Really, people like you who love the Philippines. You are a family of artists.
Yes, actually, my mother's mother, as I said, she was painting on porcelain. Sorry, and she was painting in oil. My sister, she is an oil painter. She paints paintings, and my brother is a violinist, very good such, super violinist actually, like concert material. And my sister, she plays cello. My dad plays piano, and my mom's trying to keep us straight, in order, all in line. My father's father, he was very good with metal.
So, oh,
Yeah, he was. So yes, I would say, but we had other jobs too. We didn't only did art because, as you know, there's very few people who um, where people actually will pay enough money for your art so you can live on it. And that's something sad I see here too. Too many artists, they do fantastic art, and then in the end of the show, they're like, "Oh my goodness, not even my material is covered," you know. And then somebody comes with a absolutely ridiculous offer, I guess, to them, and they just sell it for like nothing because they just want to get material so they can produce more art because they can't live. An artist has to create, or you basically die. I mean, you might still be walking, but you're dead inside. You have to create. I think people here, they sing karaoke
yeah, and
because
when
they
you're
don't.
doing something that you love, it's not karaoke so much.
Hello, Miss
Do you sing
Janet.
karaoke as well?
Hello.
I have a
I'm
question.
sorry, I think my
Is it is it
internet is
okay, Ma'am
lagging,
Ria?
Ella. Am I
No, it's all right, Ma'am Ria. I have a question for Miss
go,
Janet.
Ella?
Yeah. Aside from the number one question in my mind, how to be you, Miss Janet?
How
I'm so inspired with you. I'm how to be you.
Yes, go. Yes, go ahead, Ella.
I don't have
Seriously,
a choice. This is what I woke up with. Oh,
you
that's
you
sweet
are
of you to
so
say.
beautiful and you are so talented. My well, seriously,
How
I've
to
seen your
be.
presentation a while ago. Remember the I think second to the last slide presentation. I've seen a painting, and then you have a question there. What do you see in the picture?
Yes,
Honestly, I don't know how to answer that because I have a different perspective as an IT professional. But what would be the best answer to those question?
there is no best answer.
Really?
It is what you see. What do you experience when you see? When I when I started to paint it, I was I was trying to motivate. Actually, the most things I do in life, it is for other people, and I create something because I feel these people needs to see this or I needs to feel this. And actually, my brother said right before this show, he's like, Jeanette, I see that you stay happy because you always do things for other people. You because you do all this thing about having a YouTube now here. I was thinking, why is she doing this? Oh, she's doing it because she wants to make these other people happy, and that's true. So even when I do the art, when I did that piece, it was because I was in an office with a lot of younger people working, trying to start a business. So that is what I had in mind when I started to do that piece. But it's hanging, and this has been very popular. So I've actually done some prints on it too. And anybody who has that piece in their home, they say, I solve problems when I look at that. So it's really up to you. And that's why you can't say that uh, this is a beautiful painting or this is an ugly painting. No, it's up to the viewer. What does it do to you?
I see. I got it. I got your point. Very well said. All right, Mom Ria, do you have a follow-up question?
Um, Jeanette, if you don't feel okay, I mean, in your most stressful or sad lowest point, can you still make a very good painting?
Yeah, still can do a good painting. I maybe can do an extremely good painting. That's not but everybody will feel what I feel. They will see without me knowing it. And the strange part is that you see a couple of paintings behind me. I I just created them because we were going to have an exhibit, and I didn't know what I'm going to do, but I just started to do some. And actually, when I have created it, I start to realize a month later, maybe sometimes 3 months, sometimes 6 months, when it has been hanging for 6 months, I see why it was created. Because something was happening in my life which I didn't really couldn't put my finger on it, and I didn't really know the end result. I didn't worry about it. I just painted, and the paintings kind of gives me an answer or direction, and it does that for other people too. And that's why um, it's called an intuitive painting style, so to say. It's contemporary. It's a little bit modern, but you can see a lot of things in it. I think we need to have another YouTube about that.
Yeah, because it's very timely because now, during the pandemic, there are a lot of people who are who are suffering from, mental stress, etc. And I think painting is one way of releasing that kind of stress.
Yes,
Recently there are a lot of millennials who are very much suicidal, you know, And I think art could really help them alleviate their life. Just a curious question. How much is your most expensive art?
It depends on the size. It's all about the size. Actually, not all, but then if so, paintings has a like a 24 by 36 here in the Philippines. It's only about 80,000 pesos, but that one would be probably the double price in America. So if you buy it here in Philippines, I do give a huge discount just because I created it here. I got the inspiration from Philippines, so I like to give back to Philippines because what they gave to me to be able to do it. If you kind of understand the point. And then some paintings you do might become like a masterpiece, so to say. And then I would say it can sometimes take 20, 30 paintings before you have
Yes,
all of a
I
sudden one
think my
becomes like,
internet is
wow.
lagging, Ella. Just one more question. Just one more question.
Go ahead, Ma'am Ria.
I'm sorry, my internet is quite laggy. Um, yeah, my last question for you, Jeanette. It seems like you have everything already. What else is it that you want to achieve in your life?
I just keep like to keep going on how I do, but I would like to help um, to, for people to have housing, to have a decent place to live, have a so-called a home to come home to. Um, that's one of my passions, and to help children, extraordinary children, especially in art. There is many of those in Philippines. I would like to have a start a foundation for uh, scholarships to get more Filipino children to really be able to um, get education, and that would that part you can't put words on it, but that's my passion. I would really like to do, and I'm working on it.
Yes.
Nobel Queen of the
That,
Universe was one piece in the puzzle that I had no idea was going to come my way.
yes, I think that was a dream for everyone that at the end of the day, all they have to do is to help people. And I'm so happy, I'm so grateful to have a friend like you who's this generous to the Filipinos. That's it. You're helping my countrymen, our countrymen, and I'm so thankful about it. So, what I say, Mom Kat is saying, what are your beauty tips now? Because you're so beautiful.
Oh my goodness, my beauty tips. Well, I guess I have to do YouTube on that because my IT girl, she said the same thing. I'm just using scrubby things, so you take away the dead skin cells always, and then have some moisture. Sometimes I actually use um, there's there's both expensive solutions and there's cheaper solutions, but some coconut oil with ozone in it, so you get oxygen to your skin. I make sure I eat a lot of C vitamin. I have a very healthy eating habit. Right now, it's I eat uh, what's on the trees, so to say, what's in season. So right now, I'm going bazonkers on ampalaya. And I never used to like ampalaya, but I believe I'm becoming beautiful because of ampalaya, because it really, it's. And then even the seeds, I was reading about it, so I will test my have a test I'm going to do, and then I can put another YouTube on that. And I always use lipstick and enough sleep.
So you love lipstick.
I always have lipstick, yeah, because I'm so white. If there's no lipstick,
Okay.
you don't even see I exist.
Yeah. So the lipstick makes you more gloomy. Blooming. Yes, Ella, can you read some of the comments of our viewers?
And actually, I'm using
Sabi
something
ni,
called something called Furmax. I just started with that a couple of months ago, and it's really really good. And it helps with the balances the
what's the
hormone
name again?
system too.
Perma.
Furmax 3, yeah. It is something that came from Malaysia, and they are selling it here now in Philippines. And you can put it under your eyes. It
I
takes
see.
away the unevenness and
I'll buy that one.
tightens the skin. Yeah, it's fabulous product.
Okay, Mom Kat says, thank you for sharing your beauty tips. Mukhang many of us will buy that product as well. And then Saga Spices, wow, that is a very nice advocacy. Yeah, I believe so, Miss Saga. I know you're Miss because I know you Miss Saga Spice. Ella, did you read some more of the comments?
So,
Somebody saying you can read the comments, right?
yes, but I don't understand the Tagalog
Ma'am
there.
Kat says, ano ito ang palaya?
Sana po isa sa
Sir Tagalog.
mat, matulungan nayo po ako. Translation po.
I think Joel Bolito has some problems with sick uh ano one mother, yeah, a sick mom.
With Parkinson's and diabetes.
And
Ampalaya is extremely good against diabetes, and you just need to soak it in water. You chop it very fine, and then slice it finely, and then you soak it in salt water, which you have very good sea salt water here, for like 30 minutes before you cook it, and then it's not so bitter. And drink 2 glasses of hot water, as hot you can, every morning. As hot as you can. That one is really helps. And make sure you drink a half a glass of water before you go to bed.
oh, really? So that's true that we have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
drink water.
If you can,
But
drink
you
2 glasses of water hot in the morning. Even if you can only one, start with one and then go more and more up because it flushes out, it just really, really cleanses out the body. And stay away from pork and sweets, fast food. With sweets, I mean sugar. You can have honey. Honey is excellent. After 2 glasses of hot water for the older mother there, give her a tablespoon of wild honey. Some wild honey, hot water, and calamansi. It's a fantastic. That's one of my beauty tips, I guess, because that's what I do.
I see. That's good. So, also, Sharon says, thank you for sharing. Ma'am Ka, thank you for sharing the beauty tip. And then I'm reading some of the comments. Eh, Sharon says, what is your favorite food in the Philippines? Maybe balot.
Right now it's on Palaya. No, I like Bicol Express without pork.
Oh, how could the Bicol Express without pork? So what else remains if there's no
And
pork?
then I like laing. I love laing. And the banana heart in coconut, you can hear it's coconut, the coconut cream or the coconut milk. Yeah, banana heart. Oh, so tasty. Very tasty.
Miss Saga Spice has a question to you.
Can you
Can you
use
read?
this in the art appreciation class? Can I mention you my class as an example? Oh, that would be a real honor for me, for you to mention me. And I have an Instagram. The kids can look that, or the other called Artistic Euro. Just like my website is artisticeuro.com. So you're very welcome to,
Yeah,
let them look at that and get inspiration. And now I have a YouTube channel since 24 hours ago. I had a friend, she said, "Oh, you
yeah.
need to
So
have a
please,
YouTube channel."
you can type your YouTube channel, Janet. Please type your YouTube channel on the comment. So please support Janet's YouTube channel. Please
It's under
subscribe and
here,
like
Jeanette
to
Campus of
like it.
Artistic Euro. That's
Okay.
my,
So that's actually the name you're using right now. The
yes,
YouTube you're using right now. Jeanette
yes.
Kamphuis of
So,
Artistic Euro.
I, yeah, I started that one just so I would be good representation here.
Okay. So please guys do ring the bell there, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel. Support LO1, support Dr. Ria Liza, and of course support Janet Campos of Artistic Euro. So now it's game time. So Ella, are you there? I think Ella, it's game
Oh,
time.
I'm here.
Yeah, so
I
you
was
can now start
about
the game.
to actually type the answer of Joel Bolito's concern. May I just reiterate this concern because he said he is a solo parent. Mom, it is if it is okay to go to your live stream. May I just advise this Joel Bolito. I will refer you to Mami Gamo Production because actually that's the objective, I guess, of her foundation to help
No,
people like you, people like you with situation like that, who have difficulty in life because of I think her mother suffers ayan for 17 years. Ayan. And also his father was has have a heart problem and prostate cancer. So I hope I was able to answer you, Mr. Joel Bolito. All right, let us now proceed, Ma'am Ria, to the games. I'm so
yes.
excited.
What's for what will be our prize, Ella? Five words. What will be our prize?
You have actually we have GCash for them. Dr. Ria Lisa will be giving them 50
Ella?
GCash for each winner. So
Hi,
the
Ella.
first,
Oh,
yeah. Can you hear me, Ma'am Ria? I can hear you, Ma'am Ria.
okay. So the first word. Where will? Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, Doc Ria, she has a bad internet connection. She just disappeared.
Yeah, it's just
There
for
she is.
Yeah,
She's back.
Ella.
yes, Ma'am Ria.
Okay. So Ella, can we just where will Janet type the word?
Here
Because
in
I
the
cannot see the private chat.
here in the private
Oh, you
chat.
can't see the private chat?
Where's our private chat? Then I cannot see the private chat. what I can see here is the public chat. Where's, can we just type the word in Facebook and our
Yeah,
i-
yeah,
is your Facebook on, Janet?
yes. I do in our group chat.
Can you type on our group chat? Okay. So the first word is, oh. So Janet, you can give the hint. One clue.
I like that.
So whoever answer first,
I should give a hint.
Yes, Miss Jeanette.
yes, you should give
Okay,
the hint.
okay. The hint is it's a country where it's kind of cold.
You may answer now. The winner will get a
Country kind of
Gcash.
cold. Please answer. A country that is kind of cold, very cold. Oh, Mom
We
Cat.
have a winner. The first
Mom Cat.
one who answered.
Yeah.
And I think there was two. There were two. There were. And the winner is Ma'am Kat. All
Mom
right.
Cat. Congratulations, Mom
Congratulations,
Cat.
Ma'am Kat.
Was a very hard word. Okay. Our next word. It was a it's not a difficult word.
The next word is a very, very important word, and
Mm.
it's a very important thing to show to yourself, show other people, show your neighbor, something you show to your work, you show to your education. It is something that is so essential that there is organization who has been funded on that one word.
Go ahead.
Hmm. What is that word? Mhm. It's one word that you keep going, keep guessing.
It is something you show a
Can
government. It's
you,
something you show your husband. You show your mother. You show your wife. If you show this word to everybody around you, we would not have any troubles in this world. And it's a very important part of an organization I'm belonging to. If
and
I
we have
didn't
a
have
winner.
this, if I, you have a winner? Yes.
We have a
If I didn't,
Yeah,
winner.
we have a winner.
if I didn't
Congratulations,
have this,
Noel.
I would have no
No,
crown.
it's John. No, the first one is Jonaline. Tama ba? Who's the first one? Jonaline is the first one. Jonaline Inding.
Okay.
We have uh,
Oh, she's
two
on.
answers of respect. One is Jonaline. Yeah.
Jonalyn
Jonaline is the first one, right? Inding.
is, I think Jonalyn is the closest friend of.
Okay, let's have the next word.
All right.
This one is an instrument which is very close to my heart. This is an instrument that is as close to the voice, the singing voice. It's an instrument which you can laugh with, you can cry with, that really pulls out the emotions out of your body. It's,
We have a winner.
yeah, I'm sure you have a winner because that instrument is so many times.
Yeah, we have mom
You have
cat.
a winner?
Mom cat is very
Yes,
attentive. Mom cat is very attentive during the lecture.
very good. I don't know if I said,
Okay.
but I play piano and a little bit wooden flute and stuff. But I chose violin because you saw it so much. Okay, now we say it here. This is something you saw a lot of in the presentation. It is something I have gotten from Philippines last year. I actually traveled up to Baguio to get one of them. I got
Keep
5 of them
answering.
last year.
You received 5 of them last year, right?
Yes, and then I received one of them in February this year.
Keep coming.
I should
I
keep
feel
talking more. It is something that's very good for recognition from people so that know that you exist and that you have done something good. Uh, they ask you to come to their events so they can, you know, show other people to be encouraging. And then you get one of this, and then you get a piece of paper too, saying why you got it.
so.
The clue is
Jeanette got
there.
so many of this, no? She got many of this. What is this? That she got many of this. It's her breakthroughs in life.
This is something I'd like to
Keep
give to
guessing,
other people
guys.
too.
What did Jeanette receive? Keep guessing.
Joel Bolito, malapit-lapit na yan.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
there's
we
a
have a
winner already.
winner.
Miss Saga Sai.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Saga. I know who you are. Congratulations,
Sayang, Joel,
ma'am.
no? Isang-isa na lang, malapit ka na eh. And our last word,
When you,
Jamming.
every woman can be this, but very few women will get the recognition for this. And when you become this, that puts something on your head, something beautiful, a crown. Every woman who has this title, they have a crown on their head.
And
And the title is, every country has this, or not every country, but a lot of countries have this.
Ibahin mo pa yan, Joel.
Yeah, I hope Joel gets this. What is the person called who gets a crown on their head? She's called a, her children's are princesses and prince.
One word only.
One word
Oh, we
only.
have a winner. We have a winner. The first one is OMG, it's Mom Cot. It's Mom Cot again.
Yes, I had hoped it was Joel
I was
because
hoping
he,
also Joel will get the prize. Ma'am Ria, we have a winner again. That's Ma'am Kat.
Okay.
Congratulations.
So, congratulations for all the winners. And maybe we would like to ask Janet for the last past parting words before you leave us here.
Oh, I should say something.
Your last word.
My last words. Well, my last words maybe for today would be that keep on showing love and kindness to your neighbor, uh, and never give up on your dream, but and take care of the people close to you, but make sure that the people who are close to you, they value you, so they don't use you. Make sure you have good quality people around you, not not people who pulls you down, but people who elevates you up. Like in the painting with the round ball I had, you need just a few people. You don't need a lot of friends. You just need a few good people who will take care of you in your situation.
That was nice. So we
Very
choose
well
our
said.
friends. It's not about having many friends, but having few true friends. Thank you, Janet. Thank you. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for gracing the show and giving the light of art to our viewers. Thank you so much.
Thank you for guesting me. Thank you very much. Have a
Thank
good
you so
evening.
much. Thank you so much. Good evening to. Yay!
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so very much, Mom Cat.
Yeah.
Take care. Good night.
Thank you so much. Good night. Have a great
Good
day.
night.
Hello, Ma'am Maria.
Yes, hello, Ella.
That was a great guess, I guess.
Yeah,
She's so pretty. I'm so amazed with Janet.
she's really so pretty, and
Yeah,
she's beauty and brains.
yeah, beauty and
What
brain.
more can you ask for? Hope
Look
to
at
be
this,
a
look at
beauty
this.
queen as well.
Sharon tells something about, wow, congrats, Ma'am Kat. And then Ma'am Kat says, thank you, Miss Janet, for the new learnings, lalo sa beauty tips. I will follow it. God bless you more po. Joel says, maraming maraming salamat po, ma'am. Have a good evening din po from Ma'am Kat. Thanks everyone from Ma'am Saga. I know you. I love your beauty tips from Ma'am Kat. And then congrats kay Ma'am Kat, very attentive from Scarlett Official. All right, so Ma'am Maria.
Donate the award to Joel. Mom Cat will donate the award to Joel.
Yeah, the last one. The 50 Gcash
Yeah.
will be awarded.
Okay.
Joel Bolino, are you still here? Can you give me your number? Joel, can you type your number? Thank you po siya at Ma'am Scarlett. Ayan, from Ma'am Kat. Joel Bolino, will you please type your number so that I can send to you? I will send the Gcash tomorrow. I will transfer the 50 Gcash to you tomorrow. And who knows, Maria will donate something to your to your parents. Ayan, copy. I got your number, Joel. Joel Bolino. 09. Is this a Gcash number, Joel? 4427454. Thank you so much po sa mga viewers po ni Dr. Ria Liza na nandiyan, na nagtiyaga po na nandiyan. I know may mga hindi po nakarating dahil may mga nagkasabay-sabay po na LS na mga friends. na nagkataon po na nakaset na rin ang kanilang LS, but they are actually planning naman to replay the video of Dr. Liza. And what's your plan, Ma'am Ria, after?
Um, so guys, we have a very exciting guest. Nawala
Ano
ako,
that?
Ella.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yan, nalag ako. So, tuloy na next Saturday, the most expensive woman will be our guest. Kaya lang, Ella, um, magkakaroon tayo ng pre-recording. Okay, we will be having a pre-recording of her, no? Which we will play live at 9 p.m. on Saturday.
So that would be, I guess, from your end that you will flex the video, or
Yes,
what would be the arrangement?
um, 10 to 10 to 12, we will be having an interview or a presentation using Zoom, perhaps, and then we just record it. We record the presentation, and then we do live streaming on 9 p.m. and we also proceed with the question and answer and the games.
I see. So it's about sharing that video about the talk of the most expensive woman in the
Yes.
Asia. Am I right? The best is yet to come. Heads up
Yeah.
from
Yes,
Pablo
in Asia.
Tolentino. Thank you so much, Pablo Tolentino, for coming over.
Hi. Hello, Boyet. You're there. Kanina ka pa ba? Mukhang late comer ka, Boyet, ah.
Thank you so
Pablo
much to the
Tolentino
12
is Boyet.
million viewers of Dr. Liza out there. Thank you so much for being here, for staying. Ayan. According to Sharon, stay home, stay home. Ayan. Ayan. Thank you also, Joel Bolito, for coming over. Ayan. So let's just wait that Mamria will have some inspiring messages also for the for her viewers, kasi kaabang-abang po ang next na ang mga susunod niya na guests. Just like her guest today, kaabang-abang po ang mga guests ni Dr. Liza.
Yes, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe. No?
Yeah,
Subscribe to our channel and to Jeanette Kamphuis of Artistic Euro. Please try to visit her YouTube and support her as well. Okay? And please ring the bell.
yeah.
Ring the bell. Don't forget to ring the bell.
Kindly consider subscribing also, LONs. Of course.
Yes. Um, and meron na tayong sure, ano na kasi na nakabook na tayo with the most expensive woman, the most
Asian.
expensive Asian woman. That's next Saturday, this coming Saturday. And then on the Saturday after that, October 10, we have the Lady Nubla. So,
Wow.
they might be thinking about what's a Nubla all about. Wait, it's for you to find out, no? On October 10, what is the meaning of the Lady Nubla? Okay.
I see.
Thank you daw, Ma'am Kat. Thank you for hosting the League ng mga guests. Thank you, Ma'am Kat, for always been supporting my channel. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Dr. Lisa is also magaling. If you will search her profile over the net, she's also magaling and and humble. All right. Wow, so exciting.
Yeah, I would like to share, syempre, ang gina-guest ko yung mga friends ko, no, my friends on my network. These are friends. whom I'm working with, whom I am comfortable with. Ito yung mga taong I guess that I make them our guests to share experiences, to have some enlightenment. You know, guys, even me, no, even I knew them, no, I still learn from their lecture. Kasi you know what, Ella, very seldom does a person will talk on screen about his or her life.
Yes.
No, typically, you do lecture. Example, Jeanette might want to discuss more about her art, her music, blah blah blah. But you know, to discuss things like how are you growing up, no, from that little girl nga, di ba, with the white hair, tapos there's a comb in the mouth, no? How
Yeah.
that this small girl turns out to be
The queen.
the noble queen of
Noble
Sweden,
queen.
noble
Yeah.
queen of the universe, no, representing Sweden. So things like that. So these are so inspiring. These are so inspiring. We can keep it in our pocket, and the moment, in due time, we learn from their story, or you can relate the story to your kids or to your other friends. It is very heart enlightening that in my small way, I could share I could share challenges, I could share breakthroughs of my friends to you guys. And thank you for always being supportive of my live stream. Thank you, thank you.
Well, I'm excited if maybe the three teams will come over on their live stream. We might get some couple of viewers on the next Saturday. Hopefully, there are no live stream na sumabay. There will be no hoping that there will be no more friends who will have their own live stream, so that the full support will be here also. I'm hoping no. But anyway, mommy have already said this afternoon that she's willing actually to help not only you, Maria, but also your guest, Miss Janet. She
Thank you,
will
thank
she
you.
will campaign your channel, and she will drop the link of your channel every time she will have her live stream also, because she has a consistent schedule, ma'am, starting last month until December. She has really plans on how to make her viewers stay and come and stay every time she do have a live stream. So
Yeah, we're so happy also to have mommy kasi kanina, no, we're talking to her 2 a.m.
yeah,
US time.
yeah,
Hindi niya na kinaya maging awake until 6 a.m. Kaya 7 or baka 7 or 8 a.m. na sa kanila ngayon, no?
yes. And I'm waiting, ma'am, na mag 2 hours ka rin para sulit na
Yes,
rin.
yes. Okay.
Oo.
Okay, no
And
problem.
shout out to Johnny Lynn. I saw Johnny Lynn a while ago. Are you still here, Johnny Lynn Inding? I thought she's there in the Spain, because when I check her profile in FB, I think she lives in Spain, Barcelona, Spain before.
Mhm.
And I asked her if she knows how to speak in Tagalog. Oh, I was surprised that she knows how to speak in Tagalog, and she's from Cagayan.
Yeah, she's a Filipina.
Yeah, she's a Filipina, and I saw she has her own channel also, ma'am. I checked and I have subscribed already my main channel, and I told
Yeah,
her, "Oh, you're so good to in terms of video editing, because I observe her output from from her channel and from the channel of Miss Jeanette, because she also helped Miss Jeanette in terms of video editing." So I actually we have some exchange of ideas. So I learned also from her another application to be used for video editing. And I'd like to thank Miss Jonelyn for coming over, because I know she's busy also, ma'am, like Jeanette. She has work, and actually yung work nila talagang hanggang magdamag.
Mm.
Yeah, until
Okay.
not just midnight, until 8 a.m. I think. So ganun sila
Oh,
kaano katindi
graveyard.
mag-work. Oo, yeah.
Okay. So, Ella,
Yeah, just wait for a few minutes, ma'am. Hello, Ma'am Kat. Would you like to come over? Would you like to be companion here? Ma'am Ria will be dropping the link of the stairs. Who wants to be co-hosts of Dr. Ria Liza here? The virtual door is now being dropped. Ayan. Thank you for the 3 hearts, Ma'am Kat. Thank you, Joel Bolito, for the done of dikit. Ayan, sabi niya nadikit na daw tayo. I hope na isama mo especially yung guest. Ayan. Have you subscribed, ma'am, to Miss Jeanette?
ako,
Yeah?
I will later. Oh, my friends are sending me screenshots they watched. Hindi lang kasi nagko-comment yung iba eh, Ella, di ba?
Mhm.
Like, I mean, I think we have, in the case of Jay Cuevas, we have more than 300 viewers during that episode, right, Ella?
Yeah, because
And
she's
then
able
during
to invite
the,
some of her friends also.
some of his friends, yes. And during the time of Doc Caster, we have 200 plus viewers that time. And yung ngayon kasi we still have to wait, di ba, Ella? When can we find out how many viewers were
After,
there
if we ended this video, this live stream, we will be able to check, I think
with
after
the
an
viewers?
hour. After an hour, ma'am. Because the StreamYard
Ah,
will process to save your video in the YouTube.
okay. So, yeah, I will subscribe, go to Jonalyn's and Jeanette's YouTube.
Yeah.
Sana you can still, you can have more guests by next week. May mga kasi nagsasend ako. Some of my friends are not commenting, pero what will they do? What they do was to send me screenshots that they watched. Parang attendance.
Actually, ma'am, I have a feeling that some of our friends who are watching you are not actually YouTubers. So sometimes if they are just watching you through Facebook, they cannot like your live stream because they were not able to sign in their Gmail in the YouTube. So the
Yeah.
very first instruction for inviting friends is that they should use their Gmail and then sign in YouTube before clicking the link in the Facebook. Because if you will directly click the link in the Facebook and you did not sign in your Gmail in the YouTube, you cannot really like and give a comment in this video.
By the way, Ella, I just wanted to shout out to Sylvia Abracosa from Arizona, my friend there. Hi, Sylvia. Yeah, my guest Jeanette, Beauty and Brains, just like you, Sylvia, Beauty and Brains. And thank you for supporting my YouTube. I hope all my friends know. I know you're watching, but then as Ella said, please sign in at YouTube using your Gmail account. You have to sign in at YouTube using your Gmail account so that you can subscribe, comment, and like um, the live stream. Okay? Dapat naka-log in kayo. Log in using your Gmail account.
Gmail account. That's right. And let's read something here. Share naman na Doc Ria beauty tips Nadine still look young at her age. Mom, that's your turn.
Ma'am Kat, um, maybe if you are in the teaching industry, nakaka it's really you will look younger. You will look younger because when you interact with young people, you look younger. Okay. Hindi kasi ako mahilig sa wala akong beauty tips eh. I don't use anything. Yung mga nilalagay na mga cream, no? I'm not used to using it kasi nga makakalimutin ako. No, don't have time for that. So, ang ginagawa ko lang talaga every day is just to do things that make me happy, like my work. No? Yun lang. That's the beauty tip. Dami ko pa nga stress eh. Sana dumating yung time, Ella, wala na ako stress. Nagda-live na lang ako. No more stress already.
Ayan si Ma'am Ria, ini-enjoy talaga niya yung work niya kahit saan yan siya. Alam mo ma'am, yung sinabi mo, parang kakaiba naman dun sa ibang mga teacher kasi nai-stress sila sa students. Kaya ang impression ng mga students kapag teacher ka, madali ka daw tumanda kasi nga nakaka-stress daw i-handle ang iba't ibang students. So kakaiba yung reason ni Ma'am Ria kanina. May natutunan ako. Ayan. Thank you, Joel. Ayan. Nadikitan na daw si Ma'am Ria at saka si guest. Nadikitan na si Ma'am Gina. Thank you so much, Joel,
Thank
for
you,
subscribing
Joel.
our guest. And
Ella,
started.
kapag
Yes.
kasi, if, when you compare, when we compare ourselves, if we are in the academy, we compare ourselves to some of our people of our age who are in the industry. Honestly, they look older. Maybe because, oh naku, baka marami, yung mga magbabash sa akin, okay lang, go ahead, no? Siguro dahil pag nasa ano ka, nasa industry ka, uh, baka mas sobra yung stress nila doon. I don't know. Or they are most likely um, uh, uh, in the companion of people of their age. O baka kung mga pinag-uusapan nila doon, mga higher level. Eh, pag na tayo nasa academe, kailangan natin sabayan yung estudyante. We have to move with them. Their language becomes our language. So, nagiging millennials din tayo, di ba, yung mga terms nila na kung ano-ano mga terms nila, mga OOTD, mga kung ano-ano,
True.
basta you have to memorize their words. So, nakakabata siya pag mga ganon. No?
Ganun ba yun? May
Yes,
natutunan na naman
nakakabata
ako.
siya.
Magkaiba kasi tayo ng ano ma'am, perspective eh. Parang kasi ako,
Talaga.
iba ang ano ko rin sa mga ganyan. Masyado akong close. Oo, hindi close-minded sa mga ganong terms ng mga millennials. In fact, pinapakinggan ko, tinatanggap ko naman pero hindi ko ginagaya and then kapagka sobra-sobra na yung mga wordings din nila, kino-correct ko sila. Gano'n ako, parang mahilig akong mamuna.
But these words, the millennial words, are already included in the dictionary. No? So we add words to our
Oo,
dictionary
yung mga
based on
jargons
the
ba yan?
we call yeah the jargon. We call it the slang words. Slang words are words
Slang
that are
words.
that comes from the community, etc. Until it becomes popular, because we have no choice but really to adapt to them. We have to adapt to the changing time. Kasi pag hindi ka nag-adapt nga, yun nga, totoo, Ella, pag hindi ka nag-adapt sa changing time, para talaga, feeling mo old ka talaga. Yun kasi yung perspective mo, oh, I'm old, I'm this old, I
Ah,
don't need those languages, ayoko yan kasi pambata yan. I will not
ah,
subscribe to your language, that's for young people. So, it's now a declaration that you're feeling old. And that's when, well, kasi ako naniniwala ako na whatever is your thinking, yun yung ikaw, yun yung nagiging ikaw. So pag sinabi mo, I'm old, or kahit ano lang, hindi mo sinabing you're old, pero yung feeling mo, old ako eh, ayoko ng young words kasi old na ako. So yun ka na talaga. So you're now behaving old, you try to look yourself so mature, ganun. Pero pag
mm,
inadapt mo yung sarili mo sa changes, so medyo may iba ng konti.
mm. I'd like to remind pala 'no, Joel Bolito, ayan, kasi, I remember, he said a while ago, nag-subscribe na siya sa'yo and kay Jeanette. So, I hope you watch first the video before subscribing the channel para hindi po malagas yung banana natin. Kasi if you simply proceed in the channel and then click subscribe, hindi po yun makakount kasi. So make sure to watch first the video from 3 to 5 minutes and subscribe. And then make sure to hit the button, select all, hit the bell para ma-notify po tayo pareho. Ayan, masabi ni Scarlett, nag-subscribe na siya sa'yo. So, I hope nabalikan mo si Scarlett Official. Ayan. So, Ma'am Kat says, kaya po pala it shows up how happy you po to your passion. Wow, Ma'am Ria. Well, obvious yan. Nakamute ka, Ma'am Ria. Ayan.
If you ask me, Ma'am Kat, what is it that I am passionate about or what I am doing almost every day or ano yung bagay na talagang nai-interest ako pag ginagawa ko, it's anything that relates to innovation. Ganun ka-boring yung life ko. So, halos, I eat innovation in breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, kung kunwari kung gusto, I mean, mas nag-enjoy ako pag yung ginagawa ko or kausap ko is discussing about product development. Honestly, no? Gusto ko palagi yun yung ideas, tapos nagpapalit tayo and then we do a project. Doon tumataas ang adrenaline rush ko. So, that's what I'm doing almost every day. Projects and new products, new ideas, etc. Totoo ah.
Ayan, so narinig din naman hindi na nag-i-English po si Dr. Ria Liza and also, ayan, I seldom ano naman eh. It depends sa kausap. Nakikisama lang ako. So you can
Close reading.
actually go upstairs para ano naman, pahabain natin yung watch ni Ma'am, watch hours ni Ma'am Ria. Ayan. So thankful na nandiyan si Ma'am Kat. Nandiyan yung 9 million viewers out there. Thank you so much po. Ayan.
It's already 10.
Yeah, I
Ah,
believe
9.
it's actually one of them is si Mommy. Naka-BJ lang yung account ni Mommy from the start. So you have really and the good thing Ma'am Ria is that some of your viewers are from Western countries. So that will double the watch hours.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yan. Pang matalino level talaga si Dr. Ria. Ayan, have you read that?
Kung
Of course,
matalinong
Ma'am Kat.
level.
Kaya the reason why we have to be friends with the matalino para mahawa tayo. That's the secret. 'Di ba ma'am yung mga matatanda, lagi nang sinasabi, kung gusto niyong tumalino, kung gusto niyong magkaroon ng maraming alam, makipagkaibigan kayo sa mga lolo, sa mga matatanda kasi yan yung may alam na i-share talaga nila. Pero I'm not saying na
Ang
matanda
tao
po si Ma'am
lola.
Ria. No, no. That was just an example, 'di ba? I heard it from the lolo of my previous company. Alam mo naman, Ma'am Ria, 'di ba? I have lolos there. Yan yung laging bukang bibig nila na if you want to improve your knowledge, go ahead, talk to the persons like this at this age. Kasi sila yung mga taong i-share na talaga. Hindi sila magdadamot na. Kasi i-share nila yun eh. So just
And
like
it's
sa
true,
objective ni Ma'am Ria, 'di ba? Sa kaniyang channel na ayun, sinishare nila yung kanilang expertise, yung kanilang mga achievements, natututo tayo.
kaya
Kaya
I have friends also who are 10 years and 20 years older than me, even 30 years older than me.
oh, really?
Yeah, you will see 30 na ba older than me. You, well, I don't want to, but you will see them. yung iba kasi i-guess ko. Okay,
I
so yung,
see.
kasi ay, tama ka dun, Ella eh. I am learning from the people who are older than me. Kasi yung kasabihan dyan, papunta ka pa lang, pauwi na
Na
ako.
sila. Yes, that's right.
Okay. So ako talaga, I'm so happy to really have those friends who are older than me. Yung nandun na, yung nakikita ko na, oh, narating niya na to, blah, blah, blah. Sabi nga ni Jeanette, anong sabi ni Jeanette kanina? Jeanette says that you should choose the people you are with. It's true.
Yeah, I heard
If
that.
you yeah, if you choose to be with the people, as the saying goes, no, you align yourself with the same species. If you align yourselves with losers, you are a loser. You align yourselves with negative people, you're a negative people, a person. You align yourselves with positive people or happy people, you are an average of the five people you are with. So at least select the five people you stay with together always. No? Yung five people na yon that you stay with together, you're an average of that five.
Will be
Hindi
your
pwede guys mangyari na apat yung negative mong tao tapos ikaw positive. Can never happen, no?
uh,
So if mabilat kayo negative,
oh, I
so you
see.
have to choose your friends and no boundaries on age. Ako kasi, even if you're old, you're young, you can be my friend as long as, we are, influencing each other positively. Kaya madami pa ako i-feature, Ella, ng mga person who are, sabihin ko na lang wag older, sabihin ko na lang wiser
Okay.
or
That's
wiser.
good. All right. Just give me the lists and we'll check para ma-ready natin, ma'am, sa schedule every Thursday. Hanggang December na yan, Ma'am Ria.
Hanggang December, every Sunday.
Oo.
By the way, Ella, may mga tinake down akong mga
Yeah.
inspiring words from no from
Sige,
Jeanette.
ma'am.
Sabi
Go
niya,
ahead.
I could sing before I could talk.
Wow.
Pag ikaw yan, ano yung sa'yo? Ano yung sa'yo?
Ano ba yung naisulat ko? Sabay ganun.
Hindi dito sa I could.
Hin-
Pag ako to, yung I could sing before I could talk. Pag ako yon, I will say, I could innovate before I
Wow.
could talk. Innovation talaga love ko eh. Alam mo naman.
Ako, if you're
Ikaw
asking
naman.
me,
Yes.
I will program first before I will
Ikaw.
talk. Because I'm an
Pwede,
IT.
pwede. Maganda, di ba? Maganda. And then,
And,
meron pang sinabi dito si Jeanette, sabi niya, do not do things half done. Kasi sa kanya, I always do not do things half done. Sabi niya kasi, if I will do it half done, I'll not do it at all.
mm-hmm.
It's true. No? It's true, guys. Minsan kasi I found out some people, no, kunwari, just an example, may magkakabit sa wall. Kunwari, may kakabit ka sa wall. May mga tao na, ay, kakabit ko lang naman sa wall yan eh. So, mo lang ganyan. I learned from my lolo, my lolo is the most loved man in the universe. No? Pinakamahal na lalaki. Pinakamahal kong lalaki sa buong mundo. Pinakamahal na tao. My Lolo Tenten, Lolo Lorenzo. So siya kasi, pagka kunwari nagkakabit ka lang sa dingding ng something, kunwari frame, etc., kailangan i-align mo yan. Kailangan nasa hulog yan. No? Hindi pwedeng okay na yan. Hindi pwedeng ganun. Kahit gano'n kasimpleng ginagawa mo. If my friend Anna Grace is here, Anna Grace is a witness to that. I'm shouting out to Anna Grace. Anna Grace, sabi mo kasi kanina you're watching. No, Anna Grace, di ba naaalala mo? Kaya nung nagtayo kami ng call center, kasi I ran a call center 2008, I opened up a call center that runs for that call center, the voice, no, voice account, yung nagtatawag kami sa Europe, sa US, Australia,
Wow.
That transfer 3 years, 2008 to 2011. Yung makasama ko doon ng um, mga board of directors, nagagalit ako sa kanila pag nagsasabit sila sa wall ng hindi eskwalada, eskwalado, na hindi maayos. So, makikita ko sila pag nagsasabit sila sa wall, kunwari mga anything, no? Mga corkboard, example. Talagang minimeasure nila yun, Ella, kasi gusto ko nakasentro, ayos. Dahil nga kasi yun yung turo ng lolo ko. Yung ano, Ella, yung aking call center, the
Oh, what
voice
happened pala? Hmm.
no, it shuts down, no. Nasunog, it burnt, got burnt. Sa mga call center kasi, as a BPO, if nalugi kaya financial loss, as you call it, burnt, na burnt. I was burned during the recession when there is a change in presidency when it's President Obama's turn to be a president. Yun naman kasi sa US, normally when there's a change of president, there's a recession. And since all
Oh,
my
talaga?
accounts are, yes, and since my accounts are all US because I'm calling US,
Mm.
so pati kami na-apektuhan. So, but ako,
Oh.
and I believe it or not, I I know how to do the job of a call center because I have a European client, no? Yung European client ko, he will
Mhm.
not allow you to run a call center or to run his account or campaign if you yourself as an owner do not know how to do the calls.
I
So
see.
yeah, I myself undergone the training, the usual training, no? Kung ano yung binibigay na training sa lahat ng mga call center agents ko, I have the same training, I have the same exam, I have the same mock calls. Nagtatawag ako, no? Nag-aano ako, nag-receive ako ng call, lahat ginagawa ko. So, ang laking learning sa akin yun, Ella. Technically, alam ko yung
Is
mga,
there a possibility, Ma'am Ria, that we can still reopen that call center? And
um, it depends. Kasi when I had a recession, ang ginawa ko na lang is, I continue, it's now the RPM Business Solution, Ella, kasi nag-close yung RAM dash FSIP. So, para naman hindi naman masayang yung naging exposure ko doon, I now continue yung RPM Business Solution as an IT company. Na other than calling abroad, I now call local. So yung mga sinuservan ko like mga IT solutions are now local, lahat Pilipinas. Though I was able to also have some foreign clients. May natira kami mga foreign clients which we still have right now pero hindi na kami nagtatawag abroad. So dito na lang sa Pilipinas. In the future, I know how to run pero kung makikita ko na talagang nandun pa yung the need for it, why not? No, if there's a need for it for the call center, yes, possible yun. I know how it runs, no. Hindi na nga ako natutulog noon kasi I was working with Lyceum, 'di ba, Ella, before. So call center
yeah.
yung call center kasi it will start at depende kung saan nagtatawag no. Minsan it start at 2 p.m. if I'm calling the area of um, Sweden, um, Dubai, tapos some parts of Europe. Apat yun eh. Isa kasi Stockholm. Basta apat yan na in Europe. So, pag doon kami nagtatawag, earlier kami nag-start, sometimes 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Tapos pagdating ng alas 6, 6 p.m., 7 p.m., we call na US. Yung US kasi may 4 time zones. So, mga 7 a.m., mag-uuwian yung mga tao. Minsan daw natutulog, I have the technology. I just barge, Ella, nagpa-barge ako kung sinong type kong call center na ma-check. Kahit wala ako dun sa call center, kahit ako nasa room ko, I just barge, Ella. So, kunwari ikaw, call center agent ka, nagtatawag ka, magbabarge ako sa'yo. Pakikinggan ko paano ka nakikipag-usap na hindi niya nalalaman.
Ah, pwede pala yun.
Yeah.
So, ano
Tapos,
pala ang
we have a
paraan?
system. Yeah, and we have a system that there's color coding. nakikita ko kung sino yung nagbababad, kung sino nagte-telebabad. So, kunwari yung yellow, yung color coding doon on call, alam mo on call, habang nagiging darker yung color code doon, ibig sabihin nagbababad na kasi siya. Baka kasi itong call center, kasi minsan sa US or Canada, when you call them, especially the old ones, kasi nagkaroon ako ng campaign for the senior citizen, for the old people, na yung mga diabetic people. So, mostly mga old people yung kausap ng mga call center. Tapos yung mga matatanda, in other country, wala sila masyadong kausap, di ba? Kasi busy lahat yung anak nila working. So, parang sabik sila na may kausap. So, what happened is that when they're speaking with my call center agents, nagkikwentuhan sila. So, ang tagal, nakikita mo yung nagda-dark na yung color. So, ang gagawin mo ngayon, magbabarge ka. Babarge ko sila para makapakinggan ko ano yung pinag-uusapan nila. And then, call the attention of the team leader that there's, this PC number, something is ganito. Sasabihan siya lead.
Ganun pala yun. Nakakatuwa naman, Ma'am Ria, 'no, ang dami mong business kasi right now you have your Polite, ba yan yung pino-promote natin talaga, your Polite technology, ayan.
Yes.
And you
At
also
saka,
have
Ella,
IT solutions company.
yes. Excitingly, me and Jeanette will collaborate. Para malaman lang nung iba na nakikinig, yung feminine genius, no? Baka
Yeah, what
sabihin
would
niyo,
be
oh,
your
naman,
collaboration?
baka sabihin naman, oh, Doc Ria naman, you're so mayabang that you call yourself feminine genius. It's feminine genius is about reaching to a group of women, the group of women who would be trained in the field of arts to express themselves in terms of graphic designs, um, visual arts, no? Para mailagay ko siya sa mga surfaces ng mga products ko. So, design ng tiles, design ng hollow blocks. I prefer that any design that will be put on my products came from the expression of women who are battered women, women who are afflicted, women who are less fortunate or who are discriminated, no? Itong mga babae na to, mga babae na hindi nagsasalita about the experience in life. Mga babae na takot magsabi ng mga dinadanas nila from men. Okay? Kasi babae, you're the weaker gender. These people who were so removed of their freedom to talk. So sila yung ito-train para magkaroon ng expression through art, through their graphic designs. And there would be a group of designers who would be working with me on this, and Janet is one. So I asked Janet, are you willing to train women? Yeah, of course, of course. I really like, and even Janet has been working with women already. Kasi si Janet, nagtitrain talaga siya ng mga tao to be also doing art. So baka sa kanya, kumbaga sa kanya, hindi na bago yun, no? Kaya nga siya Nobel Queen of the Universe because of her community work. But I am so excited for Janet expressing her interest to collaborate with me kasi marami siyang maituturo dun sa mga babae para makapag-express ng kanilang feeling. No? Um, Sabi ko kay Janet, I want a power team of different designers para makapag-come up ng iba't ibang graphic arts na naka-print ko or I print it or I paint on my tiles because my tiles is a good canvas siya for paint. Kaya na-excite si Miss Janet because according to her, she would be using Polite as a canvas for her paintings. So that's a very good collaboration. And I think Janet plans na whenever we have in the future, no, when we're all ready to do this collaboration, um, every done painted Polite product will have a particular donation to a women what you call this women centered NGOs. Ganun yung plano.
I see. So, um, I hope that would be that would become a successful in the future or sooner. Pag materialize talaga siya na. And I was thinking, ma'am, while you are talking about those yung mention mo, what if lahat ng mga naging guests mo, ma'am, for this month or yung only this month ba or meron kasama nung last month pa meron bang mga may naging guest ka na ba? Kasi pangatlo na yata 'to, ma'am, or pang-apat?
Pang
So,
third.
pang-third, ayan. So, parang at the end of this month, meron tayong parang slideshow presentation ng lahat ng mga guests mo and it's you who will actually explain about each of them. Tapos, yun
Yeah,
yung ipapa-premiere natin, ma'am. Para
yeah, yeah.
aside from having your live stream, you still have videos na vlogs talaga.
Sige, that's a good idea. So magkakaroon tayo ng parang isang um, monthly collection ng ating mga guests
Yes,
in
ma'am.
a audiovisual presentation. Sige, let's do that.
Yeah, para siyang, yeah, tama yun, collection or compilation ng mga guests mo for this month. Para
Siguro
ma-appreciate din nila.
every
Mm-mm.
four,
Kasi
every
1 month
four.
na siya. Mm.
So after the the most expensive Asian woman, magkaroon tayo ng isang collection. Siguro, Ella, we'll just be taking some excerpts from from the live. Di ba may mga videos naman doon? And then some of their pictures.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Uh, Sige, we will do that. And you know what, Ella, I just remember no. By the way, going back to the feminine genius, kasi feminine genius is not really about genius. It's not really about being matalino. No, no, no. Feminine genius is about virtues, virtues of a woman who has a strength of character, a woman that has piety, a woman that has humility, no? The woman who has compassion. Ito yung feminine genius. Ang I will of course have a collect I will have one session for feminine genius, not now kasi hindi ko pa naman siya totally na-launch because may mga inaayos pa akong mga bagay tungkol dyan. Pero um, feminine genius was from Pope John Paul II. No? He call it
Really?
um, he call it the dignity of women. Murieles dignitatem in Latin word. Murieles dignitatem or the dignity of women. Kasi para kay Pope John Paul II or si Pope John Paul the Great, the the women has a superb gift of oneself. Kasi tayo, Ella, yung mga mother, yung bang inaalay natin buhay natin no, sa ibang tao, may ganun inherent sa atin yan. Parang si Mother Teresa na yung ano siya yung parang ibibigay niya ano yung kaya mo i-offer sa lahat ng nakakaharap niya. Ano ba kaya ko i-offer sa tao na to? Lumapit siya sa akin. Yung ganun. Women is inherent of that gift of oneself because of motherhood, no? Or kahit hindi ka mother, yung being a woman, mas madali ka magbigay ng sarili mo, ng serbisyo mo. Yun yung dignity of woman. That's feminine genius. Yun yung feminine genius. Which was described by Pope John Paul II. And according to him, ang one example of a feminine genius is of course Mother Teresa, and one is Santa Rita de Cascia. And Santa Rita de Cascia is my favorite saint, the saint of the impossible. Kilala mo siya, Ella?
Talaga?
Yeah.
Santa Rita,
Kilala
yes. I know that saint.
mo
Pero,
naman yung hawak na skull.
ah,
Yung hawak niya skull, no?
hindi ko lang maalala kung saan ko siya nakita sa Philippines, kung anong church 'yan. Kayo, ma'am?
Ah,
Dito sa
merong Santa Rita. Hindi kasi Santa Rita yung patron city na Mapua. So dun sa chapel namin may Santa Rita.
I see.
Tapos yung chapel din kung saan ako kinasal is Santa Rita din. That's in
Wow,
Quezon City.
Quezon
So,
City.
kay
Saan sa
Santa
Quezon
Rita din,
City?
Film Life.
Film Life.
Pero I think may mga iba pang mga churches na Santa Rita. Pero kasi nagkataon na kung nasaan ako, nandun sa Santa Rita. Pero
I
yung
see.
just a brief story of Santa Rita lang for those still watching right now. It's a very exciting story because Santa Rita is married, Ella. May
Hmm,
anak. Okay, married
talaga?
siya. Yeah. May anak siya. Okay. Ang kaibahan lang is that uh, may nangyari kasi something na matay yung asawa niya. Namatay yung asawa niya. Napatay, no? And gusto maghiganti ng dalawang anak. Ayaw niya na magkaroon ng pagkakasala yung mga anak niya. Ayaw niyang mabahira ng kasalanan yung kamay yung asawa niya. So, she was really prayerful mother siya. Pinagdasal niya sa Diyos na kesa magkasala yung mga anak niya, mamatay na lang. Huli na lang. Huli na lang ni Lord. And it
Hmm,
happened. And it
talaga?
happened. So, nung namatay yung mga anak niya, naging na siya, balo. Di ba? Yung
Mm.
widow, no?
Widow.
So, nung widow siya, he now go to a convent to apply to be a nun. Pero kasi bawal
So,
maging
puwede
madre.
pala maging nun kahit na
Bawal nga, no, bawal. Bawal maging madre ang nagkaasawa na at nagkaanak na. So,
alam
so in other words, hindi siya tinanggap. Pero dahil sa sobrang kagustuhan ni Santa Rita na maging nun, kasi yun naman talaga yung gusto niya, okay? Natulog siya sa labas ng kombento. Doon nagkaroon ng miracle. Paggising nilang lahat, hindi nila ma-explain bakit si Santa Rita nasa loob na ng chapel. Nasa loob na
mhm.
nung convent. So there's something that's a miracle that happened. Natulog ka sa labas, tapos biglang nasa loob ka, nakalock yung door. So that gives the sisters, the nuns, the the message from the Lord that we should accept Santa Rita to be a nun. O yun hanggang sa pumasok na siya as nun.
Kaya pala.
Pero meron siyang stigma. May stigma siya, yung sugat, di ba, na
Sa
na
forehead?
yeah, na gusto niya kasing i-share yung sacrifices ni Jesus Christ, ni Papa Jesus. So, yun, through that stigma, na, na mabaho, no? Pero pagka lalabas siya, pag merong event, may affair, merong, kunwari mga uh, pilgrimage, ganun. Gumagaling yun bigla, tas bumabango.
Oh,
Kaya
talaga?
may rose na tsaka nung mamamatay na siya kasi huling habilin niya, please find me a rose. Doon, walang rose kapag a certain, hindi ko maalala, a certain um, weather, ay, tag-ulan ba? Hindi ko lang clear, no? Anong season ang walang rose. Pero nung sinabi niya, please bring me a rose, ano, na alam naman ng mga taong walang rose ng ganung season. Kaya lang, dahil in-order niya, na hiniling niya, naghanap sila. So, may nakita silang rose. Kaya nung namatay siya, mabango, tapos maraming petals na Kasi lahat ng ginagawa niya parang impossible. Kaya siya considered of the most impossible. So, siya ang isa sa feminine genius according to Pope John Paul II.
Oh, you're such a researcher talaga 'no?
because I because I really like madaming beses na kasi ako tinulungan.
Talaga? Ang ako naman, ang saint na inano ko, Saint Francis of Assisi. Kasi Franciscan youth ako since high school, ayun. Siguro naman alam mo yung buhay ni Saint Francis, anak siya ng
Yeah.
mayaman, tapos tinalikuran niya yun, just to follow, 'di ba, the footsteps of Jesus Christ, ayan.
Na may song
Siyempre
siya.
siyempre ngayon, alam mo na kung sino naman yung pinakaano ko, ayan yung mahal na dad, our great God the Father. Yeah, 'di ba sa puting papel, may nabigyan ka na nun. Ayan, thank you so much po Ma'am Ria, ha, kasi ang dami kong learnings ngayon from your guest and from your ano dun, from your sharing, yung mga opinions mo, ang dami kong nakukuha din. Ayan. I hope nandiyan pa si Ma'am Kat. Ayan, Ma'am Kat ha. Actually, sometimes nag-i-English yan si Ma'am Ria, pero most of the time nagtatagalog naman kami kapag nagkikita kami. Ayan. Hindi ko maalala kailan tayo naging close, Ma'am Ria. Parang ang bilis lang, Ma'am, 'no, nangyari. Nung time na nagkita tayo sa
No, we met
U-Belt.
Ella in one, ano, in
In
U-Belt, yeah.
U-Belt. In U-Belt
In a
lang, Ma'am, eh.
U-Belt, University Belt is a consortium of 13 universities. Tapos, nagkaroon si University Belt ng parang workshop for research. And then, we attended
Mhm.
and we become group mate
Yeah, yun nga yung start
and the
nun.
birth of, of
Our
one study. And
research.
by the way, guys, if you don't know, no, inventor din yan si Ella kasi we have a filed patent.
I hope magma-materialize siya.
Di ba, Ella?
Isa
We
na
have
lang
a
kasi ang
filed
hinihintay
patent.
diyan, Ma'am, eh, na nakikita kong sign.
Yeah. Kaya
Tap
kailangan.
tapusin mo yung ano, Ma'am, 9 days. Wag mong putulin, Ma'am. Oo, totoo, Ma'am. Hindi natin pareho actually ako nabuo ko, pero meron tayong na-miss yung tayong dalawa hindi nabuo. Pero siyempre pray pa rin tayo. Who knows?
Yeah, because nag-travel ako nun eh, Ella.
Nasa ano ka,
When you're
tama
doing that, I think I'm going to travel.
oo. Pero may client ka yata do'n.
I'm going to that.
Mm.
So,
Hopefully
Ella,
may
we have to fix yung ano natin, patent under prosecution. Para may
oo nga,
patent ka naman, di ba?
oo. So siyempre ano 'yan, another revision, ma'am, 'no? Or do we need to resubmit a new ano, application?
We have to fix the
Kasi ano na siya, eh, parang it's already ilang laps na yata, ma'am, or
we
I
have
don't
to
know.
submit ASAP the response. So, you have to submit ASAP the response doon sa yung ano yung what you call this yung letter from the IPO field. So guys, meron kami final na patent ni Ella about a
Mhm.
particular system. Hindi pa pwede sabihin.
Oo.
Pero actually pwede na yan kasi na-file na yan. Kasi ang disclosure from the time that you file kinabukasan, pwede mo na sabihin kasi first to file naman tayo. Ang priority date na natin is yung date na yon kung kailan natin yung final. So what you call this basis would of basis on novelty, no, are those that were previously are those that are system that are previously done before us.
Mhm.
Kaya safe na talaga siya i-disclose. Kaya nga tayo nag-file eh, kasi di-disclose natin siya. Di ba? Remember?
Oo, pero wag mo munang disclose.
No, I will not disclose kasi I will not disclose because we are adding more functionalities to it.
Features, tsaka iibahin
Yeah.
natin parang 'di ba, if it, would it be alright if, we will change the title itself? No?
It's just a title. Pero pag iniba mo yung feature, iba ng product yun. It's no longer that.
Hmm, hmm,
Kasi whatever, Ella, whatever specifications you have submitted to IPO field, you cannot change that already. You cannot add.
I
So
see.
whatever are the features you submitted during the application, yun na siya.
Yun lang yun.
Hindi mo na siya pwedeng baguhin. So, kung the features that you're thinking of are not in the specifications, ibang ano na yun, application.
I see. So if there will be another, for example, another version of that kind of project, that would be another application. Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
another filing
Ang
for
gastos pala, ma'am, no?
patent.
Ang gastos magpa-patent. Ayan, by the way,
Ang
si Dr.
magastos,
Ria, di ba
yeah,
ma'am,
ang
ano,
magastos ng
pwedeng
patent agent.
magpa-consult sa'yo.
Oo, pwede.
Yan. Kasi may
Ah,
mga ano
kahit sa
dyan,
ano,
viewers
no,
tayo dyan na mga faculty.
yeah. There's of course a consultation fee for non-friends. For non-friends.
Hmm.
Uh, ang mahal na bayad actually is the patent agent's fees. Because, kasi syempre, parang lawyer mo yan na if you don't know how to write the specification, you don't know how to draft the claims. So you should hire a patent agent to make the job easier. Kasi yung patent agent, alam niya the proper way to write. But of course, there's a fee to that. But
Oh.
if you can represent yourself, if you know how to write, if you know, then file by yourself, why not? Kasi nag-undergo siya ng prosecution. So, you have to, respond kapag meron silang mga findings. You respond mo yun. So, kung minsan kasi if you're not used to it, ang hirap sumagot. Hindi katulad kami mga patent agent, we're trained how to respond. We know how the trick or the technicalities how to respond. Kaya asikasuhin na natin yan, Ella, yung
Yes, Ma'am
ating
Ria.
patent file.
Oo, kasi ang tawag dito, hindi ka na yata masyadong busy, 'di ba?
My God! I wish,
Super pa rin. Super pa rin.
yeah. Because
Ayan.
akala ko nga, Ella, pag ECQ of quarantine, hindi ka busy. Pero kasi pag quarantine, you stay at house, nababawasan na yung time mo mag-makeup ka pa, magbabiyahe ka pa. Wala na yun, di ba?
Wala na, pero
So, ang tendency mo, mag-isip ng mas marami pang gagawin
wala.
kasi you're staying
Yun.
at home and you want to be productive.
Oo, tama. Ayan. So, ganun siya kabilis, no? Lapit na tayo mag 3 hours.
Hello,
One
Max.
thing.
Max Vlogs. Maxer
Actually,
Vlog.
I'm inviting my tito.
Hello, Tito. Tinito na rin. Ito. Baka si edad ko to. Hindi, joke.
Hindi naman. Kasi nandito ako sa ano, sa laptop ng brother ko dahil yun nga, nag-o-observe ako sa internet kanina, 'di ba? Kaninang 2:00 parang nawawala ako, 'di ba? Kaya nga si Mami umakyat kasi nawala ako sa sarili kong StreamYard. Sabi ko may problem yung internet kaya hindi pwedeng nakakahiya naman sa guest if ever ganun. Kaya nandito ako ngayon sa taas.
Ay,
Ayun.
may isa pang sinabi si Jeanette.
Sige
Sabi
ma'am, go
niya,
ahead.
her air and water is art and music.
Again, ma'am.
Yung kanya daw, air and water. Air and water. Her air and water is art and music.
Oh,
Tayo nga, isip nga tayo ng air and water natin.
ikaw nga ikaw nga ang mag-isip ma'am diyan.
Ano ba? Kasi
Mabilis
ito
kasi
para air and water are things you cannot live without. Mamamatay ka pag wala to.
oo. Yung sa
Yun
kanya
yun.
kaya oo. Ay, ikaw ma'am, anong sa'yo? Basta wag mo akong tanungin diyan kasi hindi ko maisip 'yan ngayon. Siyempre computer computer siguro tsaka internet, charot. Without
For now, kasi ako, air and water ko is, of course, air is my work at National University. Kasi yung academe life,
mm,
parang hindi mo siya pwedeng alisin. Parang it's part of the system. The
of your
academic
ano nga
world.
'no.
The academic world, the world of sharing your expertise sa the academy. Parang yung feel mo na yun yung air mo. And then, of course,
Mm.
second is yung innovations ko.
Hmm, yun sa'yo.
Kasi yung ano. Naisip ko lang yan pero baka hindi rin yun. Joke. Sige, ikaw. Ano yung air and water mo, Ella?
Ako, sa'kin ano, Siyempre yung literal ako, eh, prayer, prayer. And then, the second one is of course yung ano, yun nga literal ako, um, foods, family, foods and family. So, gano'n. Third na
Yeah,
lang yung
why
work,
not?
third na lang yung work at saka ano,
That's a nice air and water.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice air and water.
Kasi everyday, ewan ko kung sa sistema mo more on ano ka, eh, yung focus mo kasi is more on sharing, innovating. Sa'kin hindi ako makapag-work kapag hindi ako nag-start sa prayer. In fact ano, parang napulaan pa nga ako when I was in my edu tour at Korea kasi ang tagal ko daw mag-pray. Oo, sinabi ko
Uh,
talaga sa kasama ko doon, "Ma'am pasensya ka na ha, paggising ko sa umaga kailangan mauna ka na doon sa maligo sa shower kasi ako 1 hour ako mag-aalat talaga para sa prayer." Sabi niya, "Grabe ka magdasal." Sabi ko, Depende kasi sa tao 'yan, eh." Oo.
Tandaan mo yung sinabi ni Doc Caster.
Yeah,
One
one
hour of
hour of work
work
is
is equal to
equal.
1 hour of prayer. You
Oo,
know what,
alam mo
Ella? Ako kasi always with the teachings of of Pope John Paul II. I also mentioned this last week yung laborem exercens.
what's
That
that?
means the dignity of work.
Oh,
So, according to that, uh, doing your work. Yung work mo, kung ano yung work mo.
10 minutes na
Kung
lang, 10
teacher ka,
minutes.
kung engineer ka, kung ano yung ginagawa mo in your everyday, no? How you do your work is also your ticket on how you go to heaven. Kaya, yun talaga ang tip ko. Kaya, if you do your job, sabihin na nating job, trabaho, we do our job, we get paid for it, with salaries, no? Pero that's not it. The reality is that how we do our job is how we are judged if we will go to heaven in paradise with our Lord. So, yung napasa ko yung dignity of work, oh my God. So, uh, mas pupuspusin ko pa magtrabaho kasi, when you're really doing sacrifice for your work, talagang is a service to God. Pinagbubuti mo yung trabaho mo, akala mo, ay, nagsaservisyo ko sa employer ko. No. Sasabihin mo, ay, pinayaya mo ko employer ko. No. Because when you're doing your job very well, you are serving God.
Tama.
You're also praying. Ganun din yun. Pero of
Mm.
course, I like people who really pray kasi yung mga tao talagang very prayerful. No? Very, very important kasi talagang tama ka doon pagising mo sa umaga, dasal, bago ka matulog, dasal. Tama yun.
Yan. So, ang dami niyong natutunan for sure kay Dr. Ria and sa guest natin. Ayan, sa mga 7 million viewers dyan, ni Dr. Ria Liza na nagstay, salamat ng marami. 8 minutes na lang tayo, guys. Ayan, we are about to end the the show of Dr. Ria Liza.
Sino pa kaya nandyan? Paki-comment naman yung mga nandyan pa.
Oo, shout out naman yung mga nandyan. Just panoorin ko
Hindi
to ulit, Ma'am Ria,
agad.
doon sa laptop ko kasi gusto kong tingnan how was it.
Ako
Ayan.
usually, Ella, I usually watch after.
Ayos talaga.
Sabbath Bearer is there.
Ay, that's the cell phone of my father. I
Hello,
already
Father.
I did his channel, and he is not a YouTuber, that's why there is no profile pic. But I use the phone of my father. I borrowed it.
Ma'am Cat, sabi ko sa'yo si Ma'am Cat nandyan ba? Ma'am
Already
Cat,
nandiyan ba si
bibigyan
Ma'am
kita
Kat?
I will give you a gift on December.
Wow!
Or
Ma'am
I'll
Kat is
just make a
my
super
ano,
chat to you.
oo, ayan. Ma'am Kat, meron ka ng prize para kay from Dr. Ria Liza.
Why
Ayan.
is it that you keep on saying stay home? Ano meaning yun, Ella?
That's actually a YouTube emoji. So if in StreamYard it doesn't reflect the icons, but if you are going to check in YT, that's an icon, ma'am. That's an emoji. Yung stay home na parang
Oh,
bahay yung drawing.
okay.
Oo. So, yan yung equivalent niya na caption, stay home. Pero in the YT, that is actually an icon of yung bahay natin. Nandun lang tayo sa bahay, stay home.
Nice.
I'm excited to watch it again, ma'am. I want to see. Kasi kanina, alam mo, kinabahan ako dahil parang blinking yung presentation ni Miss Jeanette. Tapos, parang kung tumatawag ka sa akin, so sabi ko, wala ka baka napansin ni Dr. Ria. Nagbe-blink ba, ma'am? Nag-on and off ba? Hindi. Hindi mo
Yung
napansin?
phone mo, yung ikaw,
Hindi, yung presentation ni guest. Hindi
the
naman.
PowerPoint.
Oo.
Hindi,
Nag-on and off?
hindi.
Ah, talaga? Hala,
Mm.
amazing. Panoorin ko nga ulit. Kinabahan talaga ako, ma'am, kasi dito sa akin, sa part ko, ang ginawa ko kasi, full screen ko yung PowerPoint and then hindi na ako nanonood dito sa StreamYard. So, ang pinanood ko na lang ang sarili natin dito sa phone. Kaya lang, kinakabahan ako dahil dito sa phone, ma'am, nagbi-blink on and off. Sabi ko, "Hala, nakakahiya naman sa guest." Tapos tumatawag ka pa sa ang feeling ko tuloy sasabihin mo, "Ella, what happened?" Ine-expect ko na sasabihin mo 'yan. Bakit nagbi-blink?
Ah,
Hindi pala,
maayos.
talaga?
Hindi,
Totoo?
maayos siya.
Ay, salamat naman. Gano'n din kay Doc Caster nung time na nag-present siya. Parang sa part na dito sa akin, parang blinking. So, parang nandun yung alam mo yun, pressure. Ha, bakit ganito? Baka masabotahe naman 'to si Dr. Caster. Tapos nung chineck ko, hindi naman pala. Hindi nagbi-blink. Kanina
Hindi.
talagang nagwo-worry ako, ma'am. Eh, sabi ko, "Hala, baka sana hindi hindi halata." Kasi yung StreamYard talaga nagbi-blink siya.
Siguro
Parang
nag-click siya sa sa phone mo lang. Baka
at
may
saka
ganun lang sa phone.
At saka sa phone ko, dito sa reflection, nagbi-blink. Tas dito talaga sa laptop, nagbi-blink, ma'am. On and off si StreamYard. Sabi ko, bakit ganito? Hino-hold ko na. Ayaw talaga. Kaya may times nakikita niyo lumalabas yung mouse pointer. Ayan, 4 minutes na lang. 4 minutes to go. It's my first time na si Ma'am Ria nagstay.
Ay, then last week nag-stay ako.
Oo. Ayan.
Last week
Para,
nag-stay ako.
nagstay ka ba? Parang iniwan mo
Yeah,
kami.
I stayed last week up to end.
Kasi naalala ko last week umakyat si Sis Paul Dreams, si Sis Chofi. Sis Chofi nawala 'no? Kanina pumasok siya.
Umalis yata ako nung kasi hinihintay ko kasi may umakyat sa'yo. Pag may umakyat na
Sinabi
kasi
mo.
sa'yo, lumalabas ako eh. Para may kasama ka na. Eh, wala namang umakyat. Parang hindi naging active si Miss Sophie's World this
Oo,
evening.
baka
Baka
nakatulog
pagod
na yun,
siya.
ma'am.
Oo, pagod siya. So we're down to 1 minute. It was so exciting, Ella, no? Ang ganda nung
Ang ganda na naging presentation niya, ma'am, 'no? At saka ang dami niyang nalibot na yata. Yun ang hindi ko natanong kanina dahil nga siyempre ang
No,
isip ko naka-focus ako sa
flew. She
oo,
traveled a lot of
hindi
times.
ko natanong ilan yung bansa na napuntahan niya. Yun ang tanong ko pa pala. Ngayon ko lang naisip.
Check out niya.
Kasi nakalagay sa presentation niya, 'di ba, nagta-travel siya. She loves to travel. Tapos may mga pictures talaga siya sa bawat place na pupuntahan niya. Hindi ko natanong ilang bansa na yung na-travel niya. Siguro alam niya yun siyempre. More
Sige,
than
i-search.
100 or or below 100. Tapos
Oo
ano
nga, no?
yun, sarili ano yun, yung expenses nun, sagot lang niya or somebody may nag-i-sponsor sa kanya. Kasi 'di ba, ma'am, na-mention niya yun, eh, parang before daw ang sarap mag-travel, ngayon lang daw hindi kasi nga because of pandemic.
At saka kasi, di ba, Ella, like for instance, Doc Caster travels a lot as well. Pero ang sa kanya kasi, uh, he travels uh, because of research. So, yun kasi yung perks ng researcher, di ba? Like me, di ba? It's a perks of research that when you travel, it's not your expense. It's the expense of the sponsoring institution, example, the university. Kasi nagpe-present ka, you attend a conference. So, malamang siya, she travel for exhibits, for
Mm,
business. So, ano yon mag-travel ka for business. So, okay pa din yun kasi, ano eh, you're earning, di ba, from places to places that you go. Yun ang
oh,
masarap sa painter. Kasi
oh,
when, di ba, ang sarap-sarap niya dahil mag-schedule siya na exhibit, different
mm,
places, ako na exhibit, may mga bibili. I'm looking forward to an exhibit with her kasi mag-schedule daw siya ng gano'n.
wow. Sana ma-meet natin siya ng personal. Kasi ikaw na-meet
Ah,
mo pala siya, ako hindi pa, personal.
oo. Kasi mga friends ko na din, Ella, tandaan mo yan.
Hopefully ano, maging loyal friends sila, charot. Sabi gano'n. Sabi ba naman niya ano, "Oh, I hope we can have close ano, friendship." Uy, hopefully.
Yes.
Kasi Miss Jonelyn kasi ang talagang pareho kami ng ano talaga, yung field. Ang target naman ni Jonelyn, eh, nagkakuwentuhan kami. More on ano ma'am, corporate business.
I hope that you can and Jonalyn can collaborate so that it could help both
Yeah,
the our YouTube channel with with
channel.
Janet is
Yeah,
tumaas.
oo,
Okay,
hopefully. Oh, yeah, finally,
finally.
na-hit
So,
na natin,
yeah,
ayan.
thank you, Ella.
You're
See
welcome,
you
no
again next.
problem. Yeah, you're always welcome, Ma'am Rhea. I hope
Bye,
ano,
everyone.
yeah, bye everyone. Thank you so much for watching Dr. Yalisa's channel.
Ano bang sabi mo kanina? I hope what?
I hope that ano, you will reach na the 1,000 subscribers. I hope Mami Gamo will also.
Ella, I just have at least 9 or 5 to 10 subscribers for tonight.
Yeah, it's okay, Ma'am Ria, because as I've mentioned, there are premier and LS of from the three teams. So nahahati sila ngayon, Ma'am. So in fact, Chicha hindi siya lumitaw, 'di ba? Pero nakasupport siya. Nag-message lang siya sa akin. Sumabay lang talaga sa mga Glanians, pero nandiyan naman nakasupport si Chichay. At nag-send siya ng friend dito. Actually, if hindi mo napansin kanina si Bakekang ni Mima
No,
and
I saw it. I saw it.
Kesha Marie.
Yes,
Meron
nakita ko
pang isa
sila.
eh, hindi, sorry, hindi ko na maalala. Yun yung mga natandaan ko na mga friendship yun ni Chichay. And there are a lot actually, meron pa sila Jang, Yanor. Hindi na sila nakapunta because siguro nandoon kay Manoy Ian Vlogs. And yung iba na puyat na yata. And yung iba nakasupport sa mga Premier and LS din ni Sis, yung taga USA, Rain Rose from Team Helpful. Oo, nag-message siya sa akin na nagkasumabay yung ano niya. Pero sayang, sabi ko, anyway, next time.
Yeah.
Ayan, thank you so much po sa 7 million viewers na nandiyan nagstay. I know si Mami isa diyan.
Thank
Ayan, Ma'am Ria,
you.
thank you so much din for having me dito sa channel mo.
Thank you,
Ayan,
everyone. Good
thank you.
night.
Good night. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Sabay tayo mag-end.